entirely because he was mad because I wasn't on my grandma's sleep schedule, so. Oh god, yeah, no, I am gonna have to replace this because now I'm noticing, like, it's slightly, like, the whole screen is slightly, like, flickering, but not, like, just enough that I notice it, but not enough that it's, like, affecting anything, but cool. Cool.
It's like you're kind of holding out to kind of hope it's fine.
Yeah, I was, and now I'm gonna just give up on that because, like, it's literally just the top corner was where he bit, and like it's just causing ripple effect.
It's infected the rest of the TV.
Pretty much. That is pretty much what's happening. I'm also extremely disappointed because I have to stop buying my gamer subs now because they just recently signed on 2 alt-right streamers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gross.
What?
Yep. So, a bunch of people have.
Hello.
I keep forgetting I'm muted.
Oh.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, a bunch of people.
Yeah, I think, what is it? Kersh? Who's the second one? I know of Kershi.
I don't remember who the second one was, but it was some other VTuber chick. But yeah, like. So now there's like a mass exodus of people leaving leaving them. And I'm pissed off because I finally found one of those, like, something I liked, and can't have nice things. Yep. And it says 15, but I'm just going to leave it there. Been watching fucking Star Wars edits today all day. Oh, 1 second. Okay. But yeah. I knew that was going to happen.
Knew what was going to happen?
Oh. Anytime my grandma leaves, even if I, like, do my best to keep the house clean, it's never clean enough.
Oh yeah, no, that's always how that goes.
Yeah. So she's asking me to help her clean the house, and I'm like, I mopped the floors and, like, vacuumed the whole house and stuff, like, 3 times the whole time, like, while she was gone. And then, like, Swiffered in between. I think it's just that she's, you know, because she was gone, now she's come back and, you know, seeing it all with, like, new eyes. But it is what it is. God damn it. RFK Jr. laments that people with autism might never get to do normal things like dump a dead bear in Central Park.
I honestly can't tell if that's a parody or a real headline.
That's a parody, but that's because I don't know if Zombie, you probably haven't heard this story, but Andy, have you heard that story?
Which?
Where, okay, so RFK Jr., like, there's been this whole big there was this whole big investigation and they couldn't figure it out, but like recent information came up and like they figured out it was him that did this. But years ago, there was a dead bear cub found in the middle of Central Park. And for those who don't know, Central Park is in the middle of fucking New York City and nowhere near anywhere where a bear could like actively make its way in there. Let alone a bear cub. So they found like the bear had stab wounds and stuff like that. Like it was really fucked up. And I forgot to change my stream stuff. But so basically it comes like people come to find out that it was RFK Jr. and his his friends, and they like claimed that they had hit the bear and it was already dead, and they like just took it in the car. But
stabbed it.
Well, and then and everybody was like, okay, but then why would you stab an already dead animal? Like that's levels of messed up already. But then they were like, they had photos of him sitting with this bear cub, and it's clearly alive and not injured in the photos. So they're like, a bunch of people were like, yeah, no, you might just be full of shit and lying about it. And of course, because he's a fucking Kennedy, nothing ever actually happened. But yeah, so RFK Jr. Thinks he's the qualifying decider for what's normal, and he does shit like that. So that's why that's funny in a really fucked up way. I hate that we're living in an Onion article.
Yeah.
Really exhausting. Zombie uses Gust.
Well, I got the Roll20 app on my iPad.
Oh.
Because it's just like, so I can have a character sheet, access to character sheet and stuff. Did I tell you I got an iPad? I got an iPad.
All right, so we're going to be hearing about how Zombie got an iPad for the next 4 hours. By the way, on my iPad, it says...
It was Billy's suggestion, so blame her.
Damn you, Billy. Lord, I'm so mad. I wanted to go see, because they did it was the fucking, what was it, the 20th anniversary of, oh Jesus, was it the 20th anniversary? It had to have been the 20th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 3, so they did a bunch of theaters, did like viewings of it. And I didn't get to see it.
Oh no.
I own it, but I would have liked the experience again,
Yeah.
guess I just
Was
gotta.
it Star Wars or Lord of the Rings? I think it was one of the Star Wars movies. And Mum went to see it in the theatres. And as they were walking out, they'd look up at one of the apartments, like one of the windows and across the road that's like second story. And there's a guy fucking a blow-up doll in the window.
You know what?
Very classy.
Right. You know what? The man had determination, I suppose.
And no sense of shame, apparently.
I mean, if you're fucking a blow-up doll, I'm pretty sure shame is a very foreign concept to you at that point.
Fair.
I've just never understood that, like, how that could possibly be a pleasant experience.
I don't know how sticking your dick in a glorified balloon would feel good.
Meanwhile, there's an entire fetish revolving around inflatables and stuff, and like I'm still completely confused by that too. Like I just not to kink shame, but what the fuck? Like,
Hey, Mother. Was it Star Wars or Lord of the Rings when you walked out and saw the guy fucking a blow-up doll? Lord of the Rings, then.
okay, all right.
Best way to start a stream.
Yeah, I gave up. Like I was like, fuck it. My streams don't need to start classy. Doesn't matter. I cuss immediately, so my YouTube channel isn't going to be monetized anytime soon. Meanwhile, I've got fucking Gouda
She
over.
just added the detail that it was deflating in the most pathetic manner.
That's horrifying. Thank you, Mother. Meanwhile, I've got Gouda making biscuits over here in the corner.
That's adorable.
Yep, he is stanced the fuck up, by the way. That's my boy.
Look at him go.
Yep. He gets into it.
I'm planning on just canceling my what is it? Partnership or whatever, my affiliate with Twitch, and just like set up a Patreon or something.
I get $50 out of it every few months. I just leave it up.
I get $50 a year.
How much of that is me?
90% of it.
Well, it's whoever's just whoever subscribed to me all year. So it's honestly probably you and Prince.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell has my subscription right now.
Yo.
I think all of us do.
No. I mean, who has my, like...
right,
who do you subscribe to?
Yeah, that. Yeah, no, I know it's all of you. Yeah, the math adds up.
One person, and it is literally you.
Yay.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm special.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
You missed our talk about Lord of the Rings and blow-up dolls.
Yep.
God damn it. I want to blow up Aragorn.
Well, you're gonna have to go and rewatch the VOD after all of this to find out what the hell we were talking about, because I'm sure we won't reference it ever again.
Mum won't keep coming back and adding details about the story.
I love that. I love that woman. Bless her heart.
Okay. Yeah, we think my son might have pink eye now. So
Oh,
that's
joy.
fun.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so
that.
that's tomorrow. All right. Yeah, he got him all settled, and he had a snack, a drink. He's cuddled up to Mom.
Touched all over your face.
No. I was like, hey, let's wash your hands and your face and your eyes.
Just hosed him down.
Make it better.
Okay. Is everyone good? Are we ready? Are we streaming? Are we good?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Zom, I guess it's time for the customary what happened in the last episode of Shadows of Redemption.
Yeah. So last time we finished for the night after retrieving Savara from the Jolly Jackalope, because she snuck out with
She convinced the others.
yeah. Then next day wake up, talk about plans, and as we're talking about what we want to do, Garen bursts in the door and says that Althea is rampaging through the bathhouse. So he, Gwynry, Rosrick, and Cree head over there while Silvara and Macarafe head to the Enchanted Trinket. They get into a fight with Zalthea, kill her, and then able to save everyone and get everyone safe.
Yay.
And did you and so where did we end with that group? Like
I
just so I remember
decapitated
exactly.
her, took her head to the window,
Yeah, I was
punched her
gonna say it's like
window out.
we checked on Zalthea, but other than that,
Um,
I think we might have gone back,
yeah.
or we're
The last
about to
it
go
says,
back.
the last it says in my notes is that Althea asks the group if anyone needs healing, and that everyone was healed to full, and that was where we left off.
That's right, yep.
Right.
So I don't know if
No,
there's anything else
that's
you wanted to do there.
I feel like we should start with Macarafe, but like if there's a quick thing y'all want to wrap up before we switch tones, you could do that. I'll let you guys decide if what you want.
I got nothing. I'm pretty satisfied with now hauling a decapitated head around with me.
All right. Well, you guys had
So-
a very eventful morning.
So we're going to find Freya, right?
I mean,
Lune?
yeah, that was we were gonna go find Lune. Who the fuck is Freya?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean
Norse goddess Freya?
Yeah, I was gonna say Norse goddess. Yeah.
The
Just gonna go find a completely different mythology. It's fine.
in God of War, she brings Mimir back after you cut off his head.
You're not bringing. She's now a trophy. Like,
All
So
right.
was that the end of the morning block for them, or do they still have time in the
For
morning
them,
block?
the morning block is done
Okay,
because that
So
is
then-
eventful. That's eventful AF.
yeah.
Um,
So then they would be heading back to Genevieve's, because the plan was to meet back after the morning block.
right. Okay.
Cool.
So let's cut over to Silvara and Macarafe. So last you guys see the other group of 5, I believe, head over to the Silver Hourglass. And you two are heading off to the Enchanted Trinket, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do along the way? Anything you want to role play before we get there, or do you want to just start kind of at the shop?
I mean, I think the main thing would just leaning down to Silvara and being like, "So you seem to be having fun last night."
Yeah, she'll openly blush, but she's like, I think I really like Joey.
Are you hoping
And
to go back tonight then?
actually, I think I have a legit written answer somewhere for. Where did I put it? It has to be here. because I have a Silvara timeline. And what does she want to do tonight?
Well, because
I like
Wonder who.
I like how my Zelthea timeline is just all strike through. It is
That's
I
what
remember
happens
he
when you
asked her.
solve a problem.
That's because she did.
Yeah,
All right.
I remember
Yes.
Joey asked her if she would meet him again next night. She said she would if
Yeah.
plans
Yeah.
didn't-
So
yeah.
looking at her morning, midday, and evening plans, so far everything is going according to her plans. She definitely does want to go. She tells you, I would love to go back to the Jolly Jack Club tonight. Please, do you think that'd be fine? Like, I don't think anyone's really hunting us down. And she kind of like points around to like the few just like regular folk, commoners, just kind of like going about their day.
Well, I was hoping to harass Todd some more, so if nothing else
Perfect.
comes up.
She's like, whatever, as long as I get to go. All right. But yeah, she has nothing else to really contribute until you guys kind of get there. Oh, do you have more?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I cobbled this together real quick. It's just a scenery change because we're always on the same one. This isn't the actual shop. I just found this online. So yeah, you get back to the Enchanted Trinket. The sign does say closed. Silvara will like kind of walk up and kind of rap on the door. And like from the corner you'll see like an eye poke out and then close, and then you hear the door unlock and it opens. Come
Good morning.
come inside.
All right, yeah, I walk in.
There's like nobody on this street, but yeah, she hurriedly shuts the door, make sure no light is even getting through. And
That's
yeah, so
paranoid.
yeah, so can you refresh me and everyone about what you had asked of her for today?
Yeah, so we had asked if she knew anything about why a sorcerer might lose their powers and their memories, and said Silvara was going through that. And then McCarafay also asked if she could figure out what was going on with her ring, but said that she would rather Silvara have priority when it came to figuring stuff out. So
Right. So you see, she has like a table in the back, and it's fairly decent. We'll say it's like kind of like almost a dinner table size, and it's pushed directly into the corner of the room. So you see like a heap of like melted candle wax, and where she just keeps, maybe putting a new candle up top and letting it go. And there's tons of books everywhere. And you do notice a very small, like, not perfectly shaped, but like a, oh, what's the color? Like a tealish, not teal, yeah, turquoise kind of gem. It's very small, maybe like the size of like a gold coin, you know. Um, and you see multiple books open about sorcery, like the art of sorcery and history of sorcerers, and there's a couple wizard things open and things like that. And she has bookmarked, like dog-eared some pages, an actual bookmark, like I forget what the actual string attached to a book is called, but that has a name. That's in a different section. Um, and so she's like, I didn't have a lot of time to work on this, but I think the loss of your friend's magical energies could actually be tied to loss of memory. I'm thinking
that
that,
would track with what we learned last night.
yeah, I'm starting to think that that any remaining ambient energy maybe within her body was just finding its way out. So every time she was trying to cast a spell, she was actually just draining her body from whatever leftover magical energies were inside. She'll like quickly like reference a book and like kind of point at it, show it to you. But then like before you can actually read it, she kind of like slams it down and it closes. And she's like, come here. And she shows you this small gem. And she says, now, I'm not the biggest practical user of magical arts, um, but uh, I spoke to my contact at the Embervale Exchange, and I asked if they had any rarer, more black market items, and specifically, I was inquiring about memory, like physical memory, and he kind of got a little sly about it and put me in with a contact. I met up with that contact in the middle of the night, and I paid a small little fee for this. And she kind of holds it up to you. Um, it just looks like a regular gem. She kind of puts it in your hand if you want to take it.
Yeah, I'll take it and have a look at it.
Okay. Give me rather an Arcana or Investigation, whichever is better for you. It might be the
They
same.
are both the same.
Yeah. Perfect. 17 is great. So yeah, you notice it's like kind of thrumming with a very faint energy. So it's not just a regular gem. And when you try to dig a little deeper into it with your focusing your magical energies upon it, you suddenly have a very small flash of a memory that's not yours. In this memory, you are seeing this from a different point of view. You're looking through somebody else's eyes, and you see your arms like flailing in front of you as if you're running, and you can hear and feel very cold wind, almost like biting cold wind against your skin. You feel as if something is like caked onto your body, and since you're not in control, you're not like you might want to look down to see what it is, but you can't because you are witnessing this memory. But you're feeling the same things too. Um, for instance, your right leg seems to be completely seized up, but you have no choice but to run on it. And all of a sudden, it goes completely black, and then you're back in the shop. Silvara and it's Moritha, right? If I
Yes.
Yeah, Silvara and Moritha, both you realize like you're now sitting in a chair, and they're both looking at you like, "Are you all right?"
Well, that was something.
What did you do?
I was just checking it out, and suddenly I was in a memory.
I didn't see you cast any spells. Where you just kind of like, what? You just kind of looked at it after touching it?
Yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, tried to see if I could feel anything or.
Martha extends her hand to like insinuate you should give it back to her.
Yeah, I'll hand the gem back to her.
All right. Do you want to give me a Dex saving throw? Silvara snaps it out of the hand really quick. She's like, "I want to see." And when she picks it up, she kind of goes rigid for a second, drops it, and she goes, "That was weird." And Martha picks it up off the ground. It's like, "Girl, you don't have any magical energies. You wouldn't see anything anyway." um, but but you both are looking at Silvara here, and like she really kind of feels like she looks like she felt something, and she's like kind of looking at her body, like not sure where that like what surge she felt. She's not sure where it came from.
Mm.
And Moritha says specifically to Silvara, I have a few rituals we could try. Now they might or might not require, and kind of looks over to McCarthy, higher levels of magical energy, and then looks back to Silvara. And she says, but if I don't want to waste your time looking at you, McCarthy, she's like, we could try the non-ritual ones first, or we can all work together, and you might need to use some of your stronger magic to help us.
Before we get into anything, and like McCarthy will kind of sigh and looking at the ground and kind of goes, You're doing us a huge favor by helping us out. I feel like you deserve to know.
Martha's just going to be like, it's okay, dear. It's fine. You know, this is more of a research project for me, and I don't get new things come through all the time, and I am willing to help out good people.
This could be putting you in danger.
Give me a insight check. You get the sense that she's listening to you. She is listening to you. She hears what
Yeah.
you're saying. She doesn't believe it. She doesn't believe that she'll be in danger, I should say. She believes all the other things. But she's not saying that. She's not like outwardly being like, "Hey, I'll be fine."
Yeah. I'll kind
Yeah.
of just look at her and be like, look, I'm not good at trusting people or opening up about things.
Yeah. She's
But
intently paying attention.
well, it seems like, from what we have found, that the ring I gave you, the person who gave that to me, could also be somehow related to how Silvara lost her memories and ended up trapped in stone for 5 years. And if I am right in my theories, he could also have something to do with a current plot to destroy the town.
She absorbs all this, and the first thing that blots out of her mouth, without even really thinking, she's like, "But who would want to destroy Ravenswood?" Anyway, well, I feel like just knowing what I know already, wouldn't I be in danger? If someone came
Likely.
snooping around, sniffing around about, I mean, I wouldn't give her away, but people have their ways, you know.
Yeah.
Time to kill the shopkeep.
That insight is like, this shopkeeper is like genuinely, like seemingly pretty good person. She knows how to work people, but she does. You don't get the vibe that she's working you guys.
Okay.
She's
If I'm getting,
genuinely,
yeah.
yeah, she's genuinely interested that she can try new things. She's really into that, but she wants to help.
Yeah. If I'm getting like good vibes from her, then I'll reach into my bag and pull out the pages that have the tracing of the symbols on the music box and the copy of the page from the book that had the rune circle and the mask that Silvara recognized and be like, these are also possibly related,
Right.
if they mean anything to you.
One of those might strike a bell for her. You know, I promised myself I would print stuff out with my work printer and waste all their ink, and then I didn't.
Same.
Because I was like, I'd be really cool to have like a little binder I could kind of flip through because that'd be faster. Shoot. I know off the top of my head what a thing is, but I want to make sure I give you proper. Here we go. I might ask you to recap the last 5 seconds in just a moment.
Okay.
Where the hell is it? This is why I need to have a new doc that is literally like everything you might need for next session. Because you've never showed her the circle, right?
No.
Okay, great. So the minute she sees this, she doesn't have to reference a book when she sees the circle. And she looks at you and she's like, I've never seen this, but I've read this description. And she's pointing at the circle.
Yeah.
And she said, how do you have a perfect rendering of a Solvexis circle? And for future Zom, that's SOLVEXIS, Solvexis. How do you have a perfect picture of a Solvexis circle? Those are extremely rare, and people don't even think they're real. Like, from the description, that is exactly a Solvexis ring.
It's kind of a long story. Not least long and more complicated. I first saw it in the home of my ex-husband,
Ah, right.
the one who gave me the ring.
That complicates things a little bit. Okay. And I'm assuming he wants this ring back?
I don't know. I would bet he wants me back more.
Very interesting. All right, Zom, can you roll me a D100? And you're going to try to be rolling 51 plus.
Oh, nice.
You did it. You did it.
Martha
Martha grabs a quill and she kind of starts tapping it on her shoulder. And she's like, you know, I think our friend at the Luminous Tome.
Oh, Thelos.
Yes, he has a scroll in his basement area. I swear it has more information about the Solvexis circle. From what I can tell you,
Yep.
the Solvexis circle, the name of it is derived from the power of light used to torment or bind. And they say it was forged by a forgotten pantheon. It was created to...
Her ears perk up and she's suddenly like,
uh-huh. So she continues, forged by forgotten pantheon. it was created to balance power among the gods, so they said. But it was ultimately lost here on the mortal plane, they say. So that's why people aren't creating these circles all the time. Otherwise, you'd be able to capture anybody or do anything you want to those people in those circles. I mean, there
at this
must be
point,
more.
McCarafe's just got her elbows on the table and her head in her hands, just going, "Oh fuck."
What she does also give you is, if one were to enact the ritual of a Sylvex's circle, things I've heard from others in the same trade as myself, dabbling in magical items and hopefully to get an artifact or maybe something owned by a long forgotten god, and such things. That the ritual containing this, you'd be able to cast devastating spells. And some would say that they were fueled by the essence of trapped souls. They said it could imprison any creature from the tiniest hellion to the most gargantuan beast. There are stories of it draining dragons of magical essence, killing phoenixes, negating their ability to reform and be reborn again. It's some pretty dangerous stuff.
Have anything to do with Silvara's capture and loss of memories?
I mean, I'm feeling this is all theoretical, but this circle could be tweaked to easily, probably, withdraw physical memory from a actual person. Zom, can you give me a history with advantage?
All right.
Perfect. 22 is perfect. You now I know you, the person, will remember this, but now McCarafe
Yeah.
will remember that when you looked inside one of the stones in the ring itself,
Mm-hmm.
that circle is present in the ring. Like the tiniest form of that circle possible in the stone of the ring, if I recall, or it was like at the bottom of the base of the
I
where the
thought we
stone
could
is
see it
in the ring.
through the stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Brosrick saw it.
Was Brezek the only one who saw
I
it?
think so, because
Yes.
I did not tell it. I did not tell her. So
Okay, your
But I
history
mean, it
check
could
is
be a
null
thing.
and void.
you
It could be
don't
a thing
know
that I kind of
shit.
saw in passing and kind of suddenly,
Yeah, you know what? Well,
because it was on my
you've
finger for 10 years.
I was gonna say, yeah, you've had that ring on for a long time, and maybe a
Yeah.
few things will click into place.
I'll kind of quickly be like, can you pass me the ring?
She runs off, gets it, brings it to you.
Do you have like magnifying glass?
Of course. She takes like an apparatus. It's something you actually have to put on your head and like flick down a couple monocle
Yeah,
things.
yeah. I'll do that and have a look at it.
Yeah. So, if I recall, when you told me about the ring, you said there was a light gem and a dark gem. Yes.
Yeah, there's a onyx and an amethyst.
Okay. So through 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 the gem, you're able to see very faintly, very small, the exact circle at the base inside the ring, like engraved onto the ring itself, but the gem's sitting on top. But you can see it now that you know what you're looking at.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna put the ring down and take the things off.
She
And
asks
just
you again. Think I've asked you before, but you said you wore this?
for 10 years.
Hmm. Is that why you're so powerful? And she quirks her head at you a little bit, like you didn't know you were wearing this. Like, was it doing things? That's the vibe.
I think she's just going to be like, no one's ever said that I'm powerful before, and this is a new sensation. And I don't know how to process this with everything else that's going on.
She explains herself a little bit. She says,
Yeah.
Not anyone who just picked up a physical fragment of memory would be able to trigger it. I haven't fully been able to tap into it yet, but I'm merely one who studies and not one who's able to really partake. Magic doesn't come to me easily, but it's maybe why I fell in love with magical items. And she just kind of gestures to her whole story there.
Hello. Oh, hold on a sec.
And then Skirth walked in.
Bum, bum, bum.
And time stopped. And he looks at McCarafe and is like, and then he brands McCarafe. No.
Just brands.
Sorry about that. My dad's rabbit has cancer.
What?
What?
My dad's rabbit has cancer.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's actually a weirdly common thing for rabbits.
Yeah, he's 7, so
Oh wow,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
it's pretty
okay.
good.
Anyway, so talking about magic.
Yeah. So yeah, she says that. So basically, kind of where you're at now is Mortha's offering to try a couple non-magical rituals with Silvara, which you're not required to be there for.
Yeah.
Or if you want to try the one bigger one that she can think of, but she needs basically someone with spell slots to help out. Yeah, and or she's also said that there's more information on the ring over at the Luminous Tome.
Okay. I'll look to her and say, well, what do you think has the highest likelihood of having some impact?
Well, if you're willing to lend a little bit of your magic towards my ritual, I think that's the best bet.
All right, let's do that then.
All right. She already kind of has some stuff prepared, and she gestures for you guys to go down to. It's like a trapdoor with a ladder instead of a staircase down. She has
before,
like a.
Before that,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Can I just has she seen the circle in the ring? Is she aware of that?
Unless you tell her.
Yeah. When I put it down, I'll kind of like once she's finished talking, I'll kind of just push it towards her and have a look at that. If you look in under the gem, and there's an engraving.
Yeah, she looks at it and she goes, I can't believe something so little. I mean, it's clearly not active, but or is it? I'm not sure. And she's like, I know you were gonna leave this with me for more study, but now that I know this is here, I am so tempted to put it on. But I think did you now? This is for me. Did you tell her not to put it on?
I think she said. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
she said.
recommend putting this on.
Yeah.
And
She's still,
Yeah.
she's still gonna say she wants to put it on.
yeah.
Because she
Um,
wants to test it for. But she looks at you and she's like, "I promise I won't."
Yeah, I'll just say, if I remember correctly, you said there was something to do with tracking on the ring.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely what I'm getting from one of these gems.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like he already knows where I am, so I guess that wouldn't be, the biggest concern, but
Yeah.
probably still best not to give him an exact.
Did you say it was onyx and amethyst?
Yes.
So she points at the amethyst one. She's like, "This is the one that is for sure some sort of tracking beacon or whatever." They both have some sort of protection on them for sure. I won't know exactly what type.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, I really would need to spend some more time to really figure out more about this. Sorry, did I cut out there?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So did you want to go try the ritual?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, she leads you down the hatch, down the ladder, into her like pantry area, and there's enough room for her to draw like a big circle, and she starts. She asks Silvara to sit. There's like she puts like a pillow there for her to sit on. Silvara just complies, sits in the middle, um, legs and hands crossed, and she Mortha tells you that what you need to do is to reach and touch the circle and lend your magical energy. So mechanically, what she needs you to do. What is the highest level spell slot you have?
3.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll a couple Arcana checks, and
Mhm.
at each point, if you fail, you might be able to succeed if you cash in spell slots.
Okay.
Okay.
If I was
So, oh
to,
yeah,
with my other hand, hold the ash song, would that, would trying to reach out to Corbus in this moment provide some
you can
bonus?
try. Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
you can always try stuff.
Yeah. So I'll have one hand on the ash song and one on the circle.
Okay. Did you want to like try to summon him in this moment, kind of?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So why don't you give me a flat charisma roll? Oh,
Nat 20.
yeah. All right. All right. I shouldn't have let you try shit, should I? All right. So
Well,
for this,
yeah.
for this, you won't need to. You even if you fail, it won't take up any spell slots.
Okay.
Um. You're gonna hear like the piercing cry of a phoenix.
Mhm.
And then like suddenly you hear just kind of like this, not squawking, but like it's the phoenix trying to talk to you. And it's very animated.
Yeah.
You really wish you could speak with Phoenix right now, and so you could understand what it's saying. But you hear
Wish I
Corbus's
had
like
to speak with animals.
yeah, Corbus's gruff voice kind of takes over. He's like, "Took you long enough to call? What's it been like? A couple weeks? Jeez."
But less than a day.
Oh, you know, I was gonna ask you where my boy was, but forget it. All right. Well, your gift's ready. Whenever I can get you back here.
Ooh.
And so he's like, "What are you up to, sport?"
We are attempting a ritual to help figure out what's going on with Silvara's lost powers and memories.
Huh. A little bit out of my purview, but I'll see what I can do. Put the sword, touch the tip of the sword to the circle.
Right, I'll do that.
All right.
Martha's like,
She's like,
"What
"What
are
are
you
you
doing?"
doing?" And now unconsciously, the sword is just going to from like the grip of your hand all the way down, send a light blue flame. When
Yeah.
the light blue flame hits the circle will just kind of glow blue,
Mhm.
and then Corbus is gonna be like, should be enough juice to do what you need.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, Zom, you're lucky. You could have lost a lot of spell slots, but someone rolled a nat 20. All right.
Hey,
Okay.
one of
So,
these days I'm going to miserably fail a roll. My luck is going to run out, and I need to be prepared for that.
Epic the Musical has a song called Luck Runs Out. Luck Runs Out. It's great. Anyway, okay. So, um, Martha,
Kind of just give Martha a smile.
yeah,
Just,
she clearly sees that you're doing something, and like she's got the juice she needs. She's like, oh, and she like runs over to her book, and she's like flipping through the pages, and she's like, okay, I thought this would take some time, but you know what? And she starts like an incantation, um, and uh, all of a sudden, Silvara, like her eyes kind of perk open. She's like, that's tingly. And then Martha says, walk over to her
yeah, I'll do that.
and very gently and gingerly place your hand upon her chest.
Yeah, I'll crouch down and I'll kind of give
Yeah.
Sabara a look like, you're okay with this before I,
She, she's gonna do like that kind of shrug, like it's okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear Corbus be like, move your hand to the left.
All right. Yeah.
So you just kind of course correct. Instead of the center, you're just over to the left a little bit. And the minute you put your hand physically on her chest, you feel as if there's not a physical barrier there. You could put your hand in further if you wanted to. And then
I will say to
yeah.
Martha, I will say it feels like I could put my hand through her. Is that a bad idea?
What you're searching for is picture a crystalline heart.
Mhm.
Okay. When you put your hand in, you should be able to feel something if I've done this right.
Okay.
Corbus is like, don't worry about it, kid. Do it.
All right. And then I'll cautiously
Mm-hmm.
push a little further in.
Yeah, you're going to feel about maybe kind of like if you put your hand over your fist, like your other hand over your fist, that's kind of the size of what you're feeling inside.
Okay.
And if you were like holding an apple, the back of the apple is fine, the sides of the apple are fine, but you can put your thumb in the middle and there's something missing, like the core is missing. And Martha says, "What do you feel?"
It feels like there's a bit missing.
Okay, take your hands out.
All right. Now I'll pull my hand back.
Yeah. Silvara, how do you feel? And she's like, This is the weirdest thing I've ever felt. And then the magic's gonna subside, and Martha's gonna say, "Well, that confirms it. She definitely had something taken. Um, do you? I almost don't want to ask, but you know who did this for sure."
Um,
I feel like if we're gonna fix what's missing, we definitely have to get back what was taken.
yeah. I can't say for certain, but Silvara said she remembered before she was trapped in the stone someone wearing a mask that was on the that we found on the page, same page as the Solvex's circle, which I found in my home.
So wait, the mask had the circle on it?
The mask was when we were at the Luminous Tome and looking through stuff, and we found this page with the Solvex's circle. It also had a picture of the mask on it that she saw the
Oh.
person wearing when she was
Oh.
taken.
Huh. Well, isn't this a pickle?
Mm.
Huh. Oh, I don't know where to start. I mean, I can do some more research on the ring and learn more about uh, factually this circle now that we're literally holding one. Or I can look into some sort of way to maybe track the memory shard. Because what I'm thinking is this worked. We could somehow work around a way to magically track down what's missing using what's here, because it should have a similar signature, I would assume. This really is beyond my measure, but it's also so exciting. I'm sorry. And Silvar's like, it's fine.
I get excited about new information too. You're fine.
Yeah, so Martha's like, I'm going to have to leave this decision up to you, my dear. Where would you like me to put my effort?
Do I still have connection with Corbus?
Yes, Nat 20 for sure you do.
Yeah, alright. Can I just quickly be like, she said the Solvex's circle was created by a lost pantheon. It was that.
So Corbus is going to be like, a what circle? That sounds like something, oh god. Zeranatos. Is that right? Did I say it right? Where is it? That is definitely his realm. But none of my docs want to open. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Zeranatos. I did have it right. I know my own shit. That's more Zeranatos' realm, probably.
Alright. I guess we need to find one of his champions then.
You're just collecting them now, aren't you?
Gotta catch 'em all.
Well, you know, I
Pantheon?
figure strength in numbers.
Well, it hasn't failed you yet. Sorry, that was supposed to be in Corbus's voice. Hasn't failed you yet. Okay.
Yeah. So the options were look more into the ring.
Or basically have her finagle some sort of way to track down where this memory shard is that's missing. And with that nat 20 and everything kind of working out, it would probably be faster than it would have been.
Right. I think I'll look to Silvara and be like, I don't mind waiting. If you
She's
would
gonna get
prefer.
she's gonna get big wet anime eyes. Really? You do that for me?
I think you having your memory back should take priority, yeah.
She will, in similar anime fashion, one step jump hug you.
I was gonna say roll to hug.
Yeah, you can do a dex saving throw if you want, or you can just accept it.
Yeah, I'll hold her and
Ah, all right, great. Yeah. So, with that, um, Mortha's gonna ask Silvara if she's willing to stay a couple hours longer. Once again, she's gonna hint or mention to you that you're not required to stay for this next bit, like for the afternoon. It'll take the afternoon portion of day 2 for her to kind of
okay.
get this going, but you're not needed because you've provided pretty much everything she needed almost.
Okay.
She can do the rest.
Yeah, I will say. Alright, I did have a couple of other things I wanted to try and do this afternoon. Including going to the library if you wanted me to grab you anything.
Ooh, you know, don't tell. What was his name again?
Fellas.
Thalos. I mixed it with the Tsar in my head. Thalos. Can you? Don't tell him, but every time I borrow one of his spells, I do copy them, and I've kind of been like bookbinding a little bit and making my own kind of spell book. I'm gonna present it to him, kind of like maybe as a birthday present or something.
Oh, I'll just kind of do the finger over the lips and be like, secret safe with me.
She's gonna be like, I've actually been looking for a spell from him, but I don't have a good reason to specifically ask for it. Would you be able to ask him for? I want rather the Bridge of Vine spell,
Hmm.
Lucky Slip spell,
Yeah, I'll just take my
or
notebook and writing this down.
yeah, or the Thunder Snap spell.
Hmm. I will see what I can do.
If you can get me all 3, then his birthday gift is a lot sooner than it was before.
You mentioned he has a scroll that might have something
The
to do with the Solvex's circle.
Yeah, I just say the word Sylvexis, and he might be as giddy as me about talking to someone about it. It's very
Alright,
hush hush. Not many people know. I'm surprised I found someone in this town who knew. I
alright,
mean,
cool.
like,
I will pop by.
yeah, like a lot of people in town worship Coralon, um, and talking about ancient deities and isn't really the norm.
Well, I have a feeling it might get a lot more popular here in the next week.
She smiles. She's like, "That would be interesting."
Here's hoping it's for a good reason.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll be in contact.
Yeah, I guess I'll head back by myself,
Yes.
which at this point I should probably also
Roll for initiative. No. You're fine.
disguise.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll head
Let,
back to Genevieve to meet up with everyone.
yeah. Let's cut back to the group real quick. Hi, everyone else.
Yay!
Yay. All right. Are you guys heading to Genevieve's, or is there any last minute things that you wanted to do in the Silver Hourglass? Because you guys, I think, set Zaranova
In her
to
bed,
sleep,
yeah.
and then you met up with Corvin and Lady Janaea.
Oh my god, I just
paladins were there.
realized I didn't do the most important thing you're supposed to do. I'm gonna go
What
loot
was
the
that?
corpse.
Hooray!
It just
Thank you.
clicked.
I have been sitting here going,
Listen,
nobody's
I had to decapitate her, hang out a window, show off that I killed her. I had to do a lot of things, okay?
also,
I had
also,
to.
also search the room she was in.
I'll get there too.
Good, okay.
All right. Well, can I, from the three of you, can you all give me an investigation check?
Oh, thank God. Never mind, didn't matter.
What?
Oh.
Thank God Andy's
and I
here.
only got a +1.
If
Um,
Janaea felt like it, she still has a bardic.
wait, sorry, what?
Because Janaea and Corvin are there,
You know
Janaea
what?
still has a bardic inspiration.
I don't do this too much, but yeah, we'll I'm not gonna look at their int stats right now. I'm just gonna give them. All right. Okay, it's pretty whatever.
Didn't fucking matter.
All right, so Gwynry,
And that plus bardic.
hold on. Gwynry, you're gonna go hang out with Garen, I think. You start looking around and you find Garen's feet, and your eyes go up, and Garen's there, and he is smiling and asking if you're okay, and offers if you want a drink. And then he doesn't really take a yes or a no, and he pulls you down the stairs or wherever you are. He takes you over to the bar, introduces you to a couple of his colleagues, and sets you up with a nice drink.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah.
Brustrick, he is fucking marveling just at like, I did this, you know?
You know what? That's fine.
He's like, I did this. I'm pretty fucking proud of myself. But Corvin and Janaea. Oh, there's
Jesus.
a D8.
So,
Oh,
All right,
okay.
never mind. The two of them start scoping the wrong rooms. So they go off to the top left bath, top middle bath. Notice there's a hole in the wall. But we have Cree here. Why did I go away from that page? I had all the information I needed on it. There's Althea. Okay. So Cree, with seeing the Death God and talking to Callista earlier, you're kind of drawn to the headless body of Zalthea. In her excuse me, in her robes, you notice there's a small kind of spell book, but it's very small. Like it probably contains like 2 spells.
Well, that's all you need.
It's more of a
So,
spell pamphlet than anything.
One of them is a spell that you can make out called Teleportation Circle. It's a 5th level conjuration. I'll send you the deets that I have on me right now. Not that you can cast 5th level spells, but if you ever could, this will be how you do it. Where are you shins? There you are. More things to send you. So there's the deets of Teleportation Circle. So clearly, Zalthea, sometime during this week, was probably going to set up a teleportation circle somewhere. For those who aren't Cree reading this book, actually, I guess I should just leave it to you to explain. Yeah. Yeah. But do you have any questions about teleportation circle right now? And then I can answer for you.
Just a second, let me read through that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does this link to, like, I know in some instances with D&D, like major cities will have like a teleportation spot.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot like that where there is. So Zalthea would have to set up a permanent teleportation spot, and then wherever she is, she can open up part 2 of the. Yeah.
Oh, she can't because she dead.
Right. So the question is, did she set up the permanent one? Right?
Yeah, that would I be able to tell?
No, not just from the book.
Okay.
Yeah, like the information's pretty huge. So you might have to start thinking about like where she would have.
Yeah.
It's probably not here. This is kind of like where where this is the closest thing she had to home in quotations.
It's like it's unfortunate that I can't cast 5th level because then I could just cast it and figure out where the permanent would be.
Isn't that crazy? It's like I maybe have thought of that. So other things you find. You can take her cloak if you'd like. And she also has those bracers that she was wearing. That's pretty much all that's worth on her. We'll say she also does have a satchel of gold on there with her. We'll say there's probably like 100 gold on her. Most of it covered in blood.
Yeah.
Also scorch marks.
Just go take it and stick it in like one of the pools. Just clean it.
Now,
I do not do that, by the way.
Now for you, Andy, whenever you get a short rest or a long rest, can you remind me? Because technically that's how long it takes to identify something if you don't cast identify. So if you want to know what the cloak and bracers do, can you remind me at a short or long rest?
Will do. And is it one thing per short rest, or just like I can identify both of them after that rest?
I mean, I don't think there's a reason to keep you in suspense, so I don't mind the next time you have a rest, you figure it all out.
All right, will do.
If you want a sense of it, you can give me an investigation or arcana, whichever is higher for you.
They are both the same, so it does not matter.
Okay. Flavor-wise, which one? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so as you're identifying and further...
Oh, shit. Didn't mean to click that a couple of extra times, my bad.
It's okay. It's all right. Yeah, so definitely that cloak seems to have some resistance attached to it. Like that's what's going on with it. And the bracers, from what you've seen in the fight, they definitely are able to channel electricity, and you can kind of confirm this. Like,
I touch them and they zap me.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I'll be able to get you information on those, but feel free to keep or divvy out as you please.
Will it do?
I mean,
okay.
I don't know if Cree could wear the bracers that a giant Minotaur was wearing.
I couldn't do the bracers, honestly. Those would...
You'd have to draw them real tight.
The cloak, you're just like drowning in it. Just like
It's a blanket.
you just see a beak peeking out from under the hood, and then just like everything else, you just look like a pile of laundry.
The perfect disguise.
That's right.
McCarafay wearing the braces over her thighs.
Hell yeah.
Thunder
Kicks.
Her
thighs.
kicks.
Damn, we got to... Gwynry, can you give me a charisma saving throw?
Okay.
All right. So Garen throws like a really lame kind of like cheesy pickup line on you. But since you pass, it's up to you how you want to react to it. It's cute, but it's cheesy.
It's cute and cheesy.
It's queasy.
It's queasy.
I was drinking.
I think I'm just gonna like.
You let it go.
Yeah,
Make Garen feel like he got a win.
Yeah. I'm not gonna like embarrass him about it.
There you go.
Think.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
oh, geez, you're so clever, Garen.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you all want to do before meeting back up with McCarthy?
I'm gonna go look in that room where the attempted violence is happening.
Yeah, where you guys saved Zaranova. Yeah, like I said, if you recall, Zaranova had her hand physically shoved through the wall. There are scorch marks all over the room, blood on the bed, a bunch of like obscenities written in blood over the bed. But Zalthea had a lot of trophies, I would say. So, like, if Brosser goes into the room, like, opens a drawer or whatever, there might be, like, 3 hands in there. Nothing of value, like, no good rings on it or anything. It's just, like, half decayed hand. There's a fresh one in there. You, like, kind of look around. There might just be, like, a hairpin, a glove, like a red sock, like, you know, just like non-magical, just like these probably all were kills or something left over from a kill.
Got it. So I'm just vindicated in my desire to murder this woman. Good. All right. I need no further.
Yeah, the biggest clue, if Kree hadn't found it, would have been the teleportation circle book.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would definitely bring that up.
I had a couple. I was going to give you a couple chances to find it, so yeah, because that's a pretty major part in something that could potentially maybe still happen. Who knows?
I mean, at least we have the part 2, so it's not like things could be teleported onto me or
That's
whoever has the book.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing says that the others don't also have it.
That's true. But yeah,
That's
we
why
will
I
definitely
must make post haste and commit another murder.
Okay, do you guys want to head back, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm good.
As long as Zara's okay, I'm good to head.
Yeah, she's gonna be out of commission for the day, most likely.
I mean, I healed her.
I would fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Even just to like mentally regroup, like. Yeah. Okay, so let's fast forward. The morning is complete. We will head into the afternoon portion of our day 2, and everyone's gonna meet up at Genevieve's. We are gonna say that Kale and Alia are missing. Not like missing, like, oh no, they're just not there. But Althea now we don't have to say Zalthea. Althea
Mhm.
is there, and she's kind of waiting for you guys.
Well, I'm going
Long time
to
no see.
She just smiles. Well, congratulations. Sorry we weren't there sooner.
ask Mage Hand and have it carry the head to my room because I feel like that might be off-putting for some people.
How much does
How-
the head weigh?
Yeah.
Great
Can
question.
I can carry it?
roll a Constitution save for
Constitution save for
the
my
mage
Mage
hand.
Hand. Yes!
Yeah, he's fine. He's
With the
fine.
power.
He musters.
That's right.
He
That's my
musters it
boy.
up. Maybe we can. If the crucible's free, it can help.
One on each horn.
There we go.
Yeah.
Go forth, my minions. Soon I shall construct.
What a
an
visual! What a visual!
Absolutely. Some people are in here trying to have their lunch. A fucking ghostly hand and a fucking talking orb start floating a decapitated minotaur head through.
Yo,
You just-
Bizarre.
You
the more,
hear
the
the.
more,
Go ahead.
no, the more I think about the crucible, the more it's like looking like GLaDOS or Wheatley. You know.
One of the portal. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You just hear the orb as it's floating with the head.
Just spitting out head facts.
Either that or just like asking if you would like for this to be turned.
Not
Yeah.
Or
gonna
saying
lie.
shit like, I don't think I can do this.
Not gonna lie. I was real tempted to do that.
I mean-
Alchemize non-metal things.
You don't know that yet. You can ask. You can ask later.
Actually, I thought it said it could do it to anything.
Yeah.
Hang on. I've got it all pulled up.
Brozak runs to his room. I'll be right back.
Oh, nope, it does say mundane metal. Well, damn it.
So what you're
There
telling
goes
me as a
that.
DM is we need to find a way to level up the crucible.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
Before this skull starts rotting.
Just magically preserve it somehow.
I just
Spare
keep going down
spare
and
the dying.
casting prestidigitation. Just make it smell nice.
It's
Just like
this
you're watching this thing decompose, but it
horrifically
smells like freshly cut
decomposed.
grass.
Yeah.
Then
An
knock on
eyeball is
the door in the
just-
morning and just, what fragrance would you like today?
Oh god.
An eyeball is just oozing out, like it's losing its fucking solid nature, and it's just turning into gel.
Or Gwynry could ask her god to have some time magic.
Mm.
It's not just
Below
speed.
the
It's also.
decay.
Can you imagine the minotaur popping out, being like, "I'll help you."
I'll help you, Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
That was my cousin.
That was my
That's my
cousin.
great grand cousin.
Ugh,
Anyway.
Wow.
God. All right. So
Okay,
the head is
let's
now
let's
in the
initiate
room.
y'all meeting up. Hey,
Yeah.
McCarafay, you want to know what happens?
Yes.
That's
I
right.
imagine
She got
because I'll be
no
walking back by
context.
myself.
This is the first time McCarafay is not in the know of something that's
I
like
was
kind of
gonna
major.
say, I love that.
So
She got
how do y'all
no-
want to approach this?
God, I almost.
Well,
I'll
I would
sit down and
that
be like,
she would
alright.
see the floating head.
I almost
No,
wish
the-
I
I
hadn't
it's
sent the
possible
float.
that I get back after you.
It's true.
Because I imagine my thing
Mm.
took longer than yours.
Yeah, we could say that, sure.
I almost
So-
wish I didn't send the head into my room
You
for
could
dramatic
call it-
effect. That's right. All
You
right.
could call it back.
Mage Hand is on standby.
I would say no, just dramatic effect.
It's literally just holding
as
it
she sits
behind the
down,
doorway.
Yep. As she sits down, you and be like, "Hey, guess what we did while you were gone?" Snap your fingers, and it just the head floats out.
Presenting.
Command the
Alright,
Mage
I guess
Hand
I'll,
to get inside the head like a puppet.
Everyone roll performance checks.
Oh, because I'll be walking back by myself, so
Yeah.
I'll probably just be quickly
God, that was a shit
walking
roll.
back. And
No,
If
you
I
have time.
still
You have
have-
time. You could take that 22.
if I still have connection to Corbus, at any point while
Yeah.
I'm walking back, or I'd want to say, so the detect thoughts thing, it seems I can get you in contact with the other gods. Is there anyone you would want me to try get you in touch with?
So yeah, if you could audibly hear someone perk up, you do. And Corbus is like, any god?
Any god that we have access to the champion of.
Rats. Well, I was
I
gonna
really wanted to
say,
talk to Scarf.
a head honcho would be nice, but guess you haven't run into anyone champion of Nozinth.
Not yet, but
Mm.
I do plan to keep on searching, so you will know when I know.
um, you sense the connection starting to fade, and Corbus says, try to reach out to me tonight.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can get your gift to you.
I will do my best.
Before the connection fades completely, he goes, "Have I told you the name of my big phoenix yet?"
You have not?
Oh well, can't wait to formally introduce you to Zinni, and that's gonna be Xinny.
All right.
It's like she's been all riled up, waiting to give you your gift. She's literally been working on it for an entire month.
How did you spell it again?
Xinny.
Oh, I did spell it right.
I didn't want to like do X, Y, and then yeah, it was like no.
All right, cool.
Zinni.
And I guess I
All right.
walk back and take a seat
Yeah.
down where everyone is and just be like,
Yeah. So as McCarafe walks in, she's like, probably when you're speaking to Corbus, do you have your hand on the Ash song?
yes.
Yeah. So if anyone's perceptive, you'll notice the pommel at the very end of the sword start to fade in from a glowing blue to just regular steel.
Well, you said there was a gem in it, so
Like it lights up and then dims.
yeah.
That's what I was going for.
Okay. Yeah, I guess because I'm guessing everyone would notice that I don't have Silvara with me, and I'll be like, oh, I just punched my microphone. I'll say, Silvara's still with Moritha. They're doing a couple more things. It's going to take the afternoon. But I had some other things I wanted to do, so I believe she is safe there.
Janae is going to ask you, what is Moritha accomplishing by holding Silvara?
They were trying to. So we figured out that yes, someone has taken her memory. We
Right.
did this ritual where I reached into her chest and felt her heart, but there was a bit missing of it. It was quite strange.
Corvin's like kind of like, what the fuck? Like he's got that weird like disgusted like face.
But it
Magic
wasn't
is
like
wild,
squishy
man.
heart. It was like crystalline.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it seems like theory that we came to last night after I did the detect thoughts on her, that it seems like she's forcibly had her memories taken from her, and that the magic is her magic comes from whatever part that was taken, and that's why she doesn't currently have access to it. And we also
Janae's gonna look like kind of pissed. Like I can't believe someone would do that to her. Kind of pissed.
yeah, and then I'll say we also the page that we found that had the circle on it, the same circle that was in my former home, we've Martha was able to tell me that it's a Solvexus circle, and apparently it was created by a lost pantheon of gods.
Huh. Everyone kind of like looks at each other a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll say I was able to get in touch with Corbus, and he said, I don't remember the name he said because I forgot to write it down.
Xeranatos. Do you want me to spell that for you?
Yes, please.
All right. This is another pantheon god. It's Xiranatos. Xeranatos. Use it in a sentence.
Yeah. So I'll say, yeah, I asked him if he knew anything about it. He said it sounds like something that Xeranatos would know, who is another god in the pantheon. So I guess I would suggest we try look for other champions anyway, but from the sounds of things, two we should be looking out for are Nozinth, who is he said he was the one in charge, which I remember Silvara saying was the giant sea otter. So any champions of his or any champions of Xeranatos. Oh, and
Cool.
also the ring apparently also had a Solvexus circle in it. And apparently it has a lot of power.
Can be used to do a lot of different things.
It can be used to trap people. All sorts of things that didn't sound good. I think Martha said there's rumours that it was fueled by trapped souls. So I am still processing the fact that that was on my finger for 10 years.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyways, want something that'll cheer you up?
It depends.
Do you want the good news, the bad news, and then the good news?
I mean, could you give me a heads up?
Oh, I can give you a heads up.
Ah!
Rosric claps his hands twice, and then the mage hand re-enters the room, carrying the head. I just want y'all to know he looks ecstatic over this moment.
He's so
I'll
happy with himself for that
He
pun.
is. He is
I'll
absolutely.
just do a golf clap.
Does a lap around the
Right.
room and then leaves again.
You see Genevieve like kind of swatting with like a broom, like get out of here, get that out of here.
So
What, you're
that's
just
the.
gonna keep that in your room?
Listen, I have plans. I don't know what they are, but I have plans.
I don't recommend using it.
I should learn speak with Dad and see if I can speak to the kid.
Oh.
It's real disturbing with this.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, what happened? Did the plan work? How's Zeranova? Is everyone safe?
so the plan worked, except we killed her before it kicked in.
Berserk flashes back to like that last moment where Zalthea got a critical hit and like did a 4-punch on him in like one turn. Cuts back. Ah, she's dead.
Pretty much.
Right, and did you find anything else? What were you able to speak to Zeranova?
Well, she was nearly dead. But she's not.
And she's not nearly dead anymore?
She's
No.
not.
Everyone is
No,
doing
she's-
fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Physically
guys
or
did remarkably
emotionally?
well.
Emotionally,
That's
we
fine.
have not that kind of paladin. I don't know how to deal with emotional wounds.
Mm.
I'm a
Okay.
paladin, not a therapist.
That's right.
Damn
But
it, Jess,
everybody-
I'm a paladin, not a therapist.
That's right. Everybody's alive. That is as far as I can get with anything. I do not have any other kind of training.
Did anything like... It sounds like she was pretty mad. Did anything provoke it? Do you know what happened with that?
Well, Zalthea kind of passed the fuck out, so wasn't really able to do much of an interrogation on that.
But Zeranova did mention the Blackthorns.
Oh, that's right. It's
Yeah.
been a week. 2 weeks.
Right, so you'd mentioned that.
I mentioned that, yes.
Yeah, okay. And McCarafe would just sigh and go, God damn it, I knew it. The second Alaric said we were the guards in the fight, I had a suspicion. I've had interactions with them before, and they are not great.
Who?
So, the Blackthorns, one of the noble houses.
Hmm.
It's fine. I've got the bloodlust. I can
Alright.
work through a few groups of people today. It's fine.
Well, I wanted to go to the library. I told Martha I was going to get a couple of things for her. And I also thought maybe we could talk to the fellows about trying to find the heart spike. And I'll look to Cree. I think I would also like to stop by and see if Zeranova is up to talking.
And also, Kree, I saw
know,
you
check
rooting
on her.
around in that corpse. You find anything interesting?
Yeah. Pull out. You just see like I have the
Chris,
cloak on.
Oh, never mind.
I have the bracers are like hanging off of my belt, and then I pull the pamphlet out of
The spell pamphlet.
That's right. Spell
yes,
pamphlet.
Alright.
and I put all of that on the table. Mentioning
I'll
that it's
grab
like
the spell pamphlet and have a flick through it and see if I
Oh.
can glean anything from it.
I'll send you the same thing I sent Andy.
Okay.
it's for a teleportation spell. Other than that, I'm not too sure. I don't really know too much information about it. It's a little too advanced for me. But I also, this was her cloak and her bracers both seem to have some sort of power to them.
Alright. You didn't find any... Sorry. Any... McCarafe has the hiccups. Any, diary, correspondence, anything that might tell us about what the plans are, where the others are.
Not that I noticed, no.
To be honest, I'm quite amazed that she even knew how to read.
I mean, they only trusted her with just the spell, so.
I was gonna say, it's like, I mean, in all honesty, if she's mainly just the muscle or the enforcer, then it would more or less make sense that they would just tell her the plans and not give her a set.
Mm. It also doesn't seem like she's very good at following orders, so...
That too.
Or staying
Uh,
alive.
I just
I
want
wonder
to. I just
why
want
she
to.
was working with them.
I just want to interject. when Kreese said like pulls out the cloak or whatever, I just pictured more so like Kreese sitting there wrapped in this giant snuggie, and it's like, look what I found, and just like pulls it out around.
I was gonna say this cloak is
Just
just entirely.
turns it into a tent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We could make a blanket for it.
Where's Kriya at? Just there's a little tiny tent just set up in the room. Where's Kriya at? I'm in
Just look in
here.
the corner, and there's just some chairs and a table.
New
And
spell
like the
created.
cloak
Just a
draped
fu-
over it. She's
it's
just
a
in there. with a book.
fucking
make a
blanket
tent
fort.
out of it, and it's the tent's just like really deep for some reason.
Well, do you guys know the spell like Leomund's tiny hut?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, it's just Kreese big blanket.
Kree's blanket fort.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to break up the
No.
roleplay. Sorry.
So yeah, just this is what we've found on her. I'm working through figuring out exacts on the bracers and the cloak, but that spell book kind of lets us know that they were possibly setting up
Permanent.
teleportation circles
Yeah.
somewhere.
I
Yeah.
have a suspicion where the permanent one might be, and I really hope I'm wrong.
Any idea is a good idea to.
Was that Zom or was that McCarafe?
Yeah.
It's McCarafe.
Okay.
Do tell.
Well, it does seem that my ex-husband is quite intricately tied to all of this.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
It wouldn't surprise me if using the teleportation circle took me, and she'll kind of like not roll her eyes, but kind of just be like, and say, it will take me home.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. You said that other circle thing is fueled by souls, right?
That's one of the theories.
Isn't there some kind of like big arena hullabaloo thing being built? Like some kind of festival
Are you
going on?
Are you talking about Dracos?
Yes.
Mm.
What? I'm not seeing the connection.
What's a great way to get a lot of souls in one place?
Are you saying he's in on it?
I don't know, but I feel like the timing of everything that's going on right now, coinciding with that being built and there being something about to happen over on in his area,
I very
feels.
much doubt he would work with Glenn on anything.
Well,
But
I'm
I
not
can
saying
tell you
he's
that
working
Glenn
with.
would take so much joy in fucking up his project.
I'm not saying that they're definitely working together, but that does seem fortuitous for somebody using, that kind of magic to just happen to start doing shit at the same time that there's gonna be what I would assume a large uptick of souls coming into this city for some kind of games or something.
Yeah, Corvin's gonna step in here and say, "I follow you, Bresrick, and why wouldn't they use what he's got going on over there to fuel something going on over here?
Back,
Even if he's not a part of it, he could be striking a blow.
An unwilling participant.
It's free
Yeah.
real estate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, just the fact that it is Dracos. Yeah, no, he would take exquisite joy in ruining his plans.
I think I know what I'm gonna send our little sneaky guy off to do now.
Yeah,
Is
Corvin's
that
gonna
what
be
we're
like,
calling your mage hand now?
No, that's gotta stay within like 60 feet of me. You
I know,
can't do
I know.
anything.
no, but Corvin's gonna say like, sounds like it's a two-way street. They would gladly fuck up each other's plans if they could.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was already thinking of going to Dracos. As much as I don't want to. He's already stood up to Glenn for me once. So he may have the power to help us.
He's definitely got resources.
Yeah.
Because like you can recall like all the stuff he had going on just from the last journey over, which was I think Brunswick and Quinnery.
Yeah. But because I've been to, I think we decided
yeah.
2 of his events before, and they're
Mhm.
always extravagant.
Yeah, you went to like the masquerade and
The market.
the big market celebration.
Yeah. So I'll be like, all right. And I'll look to Althea and be like, if we were to make a trip over there, would you accompany us?
Now Althea, speaking with my DM voice, is gonna say it would probably be a good idea to have 4 people go one way and 4 people go another if we are to split the group. And she is including the NPCs in this.
Well, if we're going
because
to be,
because hold on.
okay.
Because if we are splitting the party again next time and fights do occur, I think I might hand NPCs over to people who aren't there to run them in combat. Not so much to roleplay them, but so we have something to do.
Yeah.
Because like I could have like buffed up Garen and given it to Zom. Just something for myself. But continue.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a quick trip, if I remember correctly. We'd probably want to rent horses. But I still
Which
think
there's
that
a place in town.
which also apparently has an exotic animal that Althea and Corvin found that we haven't looked into yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I remember what it is.
Proud
That's
of you.
me, not Althea.
yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's. I don't think we have time for that today. Tomorrow morning, I was hoping there's a thing on at the Iron Pit that I was going to play and see if I can get any gossip or anything while I'm there, figure out any information. I don't know when we'd want to do that. I would like to try and go to this performance if I could.
Well, I've got a second person I need to commit a murder to. So I can.
I mean,
do
we
that.
have a handful of them, so.
I know, but I'm focusing on primary
Alright,
murder
so-
targets.
All right, so that is
Murder killer
going
wheel.
to see Dracos a plan for tomorrow, the day after. When do we want to do that? Because we will have to dedicate a good chunk of the day to it. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to see it. Did it once
Been there.
already. Don't want to do it again. Don't want to be around no bit.
Neither do I.
kind of had your fill.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, of all the nobility, he's, you know,
I want to
still
hear
a
Gwyn. I
noble,
want to hear
but-
Gwynry's response to this.
Yeah, would you have mentioned your last name to McArafay?
I don't know.
You guys spent more time together.
I think it's possible that you already know
Yeah.
Winry's last name.
Okay. Yeah. And I know.
Yeah.
I'll kind of
The
I give Winry
silence.
a look and just be like, kind of a not including you on that look,
Yeah.
but try to do it subtly so no one notices.
Okay.
Rick rolls investigation.
Or it would be perception.
I know. Wait.
I mean, I can do a deception.
Yep. See, would not have noticed at all. I am oblivious. I'm now making the mage hand do tricks. Doing like that thing, like where it's like a hand, like walking on the table, like da 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 da.
I can do a like deception or something if anyone else wants to try and catch it.
Anyone else? It's just Cree.
Mm. Or, you know, the NPCs. But
Yeah, the other NPCs are just like Genevieve and Alaric and whatever. None of
Yeah.
them are paying attention.
is Andy muted?
No, not anymore.
Okay. I was
I
just
just
we
can't
were
really.
giving you an opportunity and you weren't saying anything.
I
so-
didn't hear what you said.
Cree was distracted by my dancing hand.
I was
I just heard something about a deception check.
yeah, I was discreetly giving Winry a look and was saying if, you know, anyone wanted to try and pick up on that.
If you want to.
What would it
Have
be?
to.
Perception or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
On fire tonight.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
take that.
Literally rolled one higher than you because we both have a plus.
we both have +6. All right, yeah, then I guess you'd see me kind of give Gwynry a knowing look. Might get the impression that she is
Huh?
from nobility.
Dun dun dun.
And that I know this, but no one else does.
Well,
I don't really care.
Creed had banked that and locked it away. It's like whatever. I'll just save
Right.
that for a history check later.
Right. No, Creed never really put too much into like nobility and stuff like that because there isn't really
Mm-hmm.
anything like that in her colony.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we have people who are a bit better off, but
It's not the
we're
same.
more focused on making sure the making sure everybody is taken care of, not
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
yeah. We are
Fucking commies.
yeah.
Fucking communist birds.
Yeah, well, they're doing great.
All right, so
We're surviving.
plans for the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go where?
I would like to go to the bookstore.
The library?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it you two who went the first time?
Yes, yeah. That's how
That's
we
kind of that's
learned
cute.
about the yeah.
It's like that's the main reason is for the heart spike.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I want to, if I can, go in, talk to Zeranova, make sure she's doing okay, and see if I can get any more information about the Blackthorns, or
Who?
say when you're feeling up to it, can you
What?
speak to me
Who?
about this?
Which NPC was the one who dropped the information that Zelthia was always trying to kill the Heartspike Jackrabbit? Was that
It
Corbin or
was
Zeranova?
it was a cutaway
Mm-hmm. It was
between
Yeah.
Lune
yeah.
and Althea,
Ah, true,
Yeah,
true, true,
yeah.
true,
so
true.
we don't technically know that.
True, 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 true.
Mm.
Okay, great.
Unintended
All right, so
positive consequence.
Not that it matters anymore, but
Yeah, I was gonna say
Right,
that's why I was like unintended positive consequence.
Right,
Mhm.
because that's when she killed the farmer since she couldn't find the rabbit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Speaking
that's
of,
what I want to do. I want to check on Zeranova and go to the library.
Mm-hmm.
If Kree is coming with me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd definitely come with.
Okay, yep.
and I would like to go check on the, well, not check on, but investigate the farmhouse where Corvin said he figured Luna had been.
Do you want to take him
can-
with you?
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say taking Corvin with you would be.
Make things.
You know what? I'm being really lazy right now. I should write this down. I know. I just I always just wait for Zom to do it, but why I should write this down? Come on. I'm gonna start using freaking regular Word document next time.
Mhm.
Something that I'm just typing in. Okay, here we go. All right, so where's Gwynry going?
I feel like um I want to send a letter to my uncle just to update him, make sure he
Mhm.
knows that I'm not like slacking off or anything.
Yeah, so
Um,
you probably want to go to the Cardinals, which
Which, if she
Yeah.
comes with us, I think is on the way.
yeah, like if you guys just want to be kind of like A, B, C stops, that is totally fine.
All right, so that
Yeah, I'll do
leaves
that. I'll like
Althea
go along with
and
you guys
Janaea.
and drop off a letter.
So yeah, what would
The hell's it
Althea
called?
and Janaea want
So
to
you
do?
guys are going to the Scarlet Spire.
Yes.
Took me
Yeah.
a second. Because I was like, it's the Crimson Wing Couriers, but it's different in each town what it's technically called. Because New Dawnsbrook has a different one than.
Is it Crimson?
All right, so McCarafey, Cree, Gwynry. And you guys are headed to Scarlet Spire for letter drop off. And then to the
Crimson Perch is the
Luminous.
one in
Right.
New Dawnsbrook, yeah.
Luminous. I wrote Luminous Town. Luminous Home for Solvexis / spell mini quest / what else are we doing there? Oh, Jackrabbit.
Heartspike, yeah.
Okay, and then Brizrak plus Corvin. Might as well also Janaea, unless you guys want to steal her.
I mean, where would Janaea want to go?
Getting it close, probably.
Is
But you
that
could
something we could do in the...
you should probably maybe save that for because Zeranova wanted to go too.
Yeah.
So yeah, why doesn't she'll probably want to tag with Corbin then?
Okay.
And then the last person is Althea, if you want to tag her into something. Like she doesn't have any plans. The other two have plans. That's why they're not here. But
Okay.
She's
Um,
not busy.
I mean, she was with Corvin when they went to the farmhouse.
Yeah, this is a smart
So
play.
having her go again would not be silly.
Oh, and it also brings some. I like how Berserk's with 3 NPCs, which is great for me to roleplay with myself. But but the interesting thing is Althea is related to Reardon, so that's always a fun little back and forth there too. Hooray! Okay, amongst yourselves, I think we could probably knock out the afternoon before we go
Would
tonight.
that little in between count as a short rest?
Yeah, we could do that if you want. Yeah,
This means
because
I get
like,
my bardics back.
of course you do. Divvy them all out.
Yeah. Oh, I
get all
will.
my stuff back as well that I used.
They're all
Yeah,
short
I will
rests, right?
give
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother's a bardic.
Yay. Now, and Andy now knows what things do.
Yeah.
Okay. So the things, they're not crazy. But they are going to be helpful. This is why I need to print this shit out. Okay, here we go. The Stormhide Cloak grants resistance to lightning and thunder damage. The Thunder Forged Bracers will enhance your unarmed strikes to deal magical damage. So they would do the regular damage plus 1d6, and you can choose if they are lightning or thunder damage. So I think unless you're trained, an unarmed strike hit is like 1 damage plus strength, I think.
Does unarmed count as because she's got the claw talon
Yeah.
attack? Does that count as unarmed?
Yes.
Yeah, Talon takes place of unarmed.
Yep. So yeah, there's clearly a few ways to get around that, but yes.
Yeah, I was
That
gonna
would be-
say
that would
I've also got with.
Mhm.
Where is
So
it?
yeah, before you head out, if you want to trade or divvy or do whatever you can.
Hmm.
Although at this point, the only person who knows exactly what they do are Kree.
True.
All right. Who likes punching things?
I mean, that would be you or Brosrick, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I use Dragonhide, if I activate my Dragonhide, I get a 1d4 plus my strength modifier, so that's 1d4 plus 4.
Yeah, my talons are 1d6 plus 1.
Here, I'll put this in the group chat so you guys can see.
And it's like I haven't really used talons. Because
You
I
have a couple of times.
have I?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like I don't really do much with bare hand.
Or bird hand.
Funny. Haven't heard that one before.
Real
No.
funny.
I mean, I'll take if nobody wants
say
the bracers, I'll take the bracers because it kind of falls in line with how my class subclass works.
I'm just imagining Gwynry with 2 sets of bracers
Double
on.
bracers.
Yeah,
Like
Double itch.
yeah.
like you have your bracers actually like on your forearms, and then the Zelthia's bracers are like up on your like up on your shoulder
They'd
or
be
something.
like actual sleeves at that point.
Yeah.
Just like
Let's
You have-
go.
You have
the stiffest sleeves possible, though.
Yeah.
right.
You're just like,
Well, but your elbow's still free though.
yeah, but it's still gonna be they're stiff.
Yes,
So
you get armpit chafing.
well, you're gonna get
Yeah, you
armpit
would.
chafing, but also like to have them on, you've got to have them on kind of tight. So, like, if you've got something on you both sides, it's gonna really limit that elbow movement.
Well, the funny thing is, Gwynry already has, like, at best, a very interesting attack roll, like when she's got all her buffs going. Because it's like
Yeah.
her regular attack, her subclass is bonus, the enlarge extra attack, and then the wolf enhancement, I believe, all gives incremental damage. And then if you added this on top, saying you could, would be just like so much.
I was just gonna ask, like, who wants to punch people with lightning?
It's pretty cool.
I mean,
So
I
I'll
will take
set
the.
those on the table.
Browser slowly reaches forward, just kind of looking around at everybody else, just like. Just pulls them towards himself.
And then
It's McCarafay will jokingly be like, "Hey, wait a second."
Question for Brezric. Do you have to remove any, like, forearm armor to put these on, or are you just going to put them on underneath?
I mean,
It's just a
pretty much
flavor
just-
question. It's not mechanical or anything.
Pretty much wearing chainmail. You're supposed to put bracers on over.
There you go. Perfect.
all right, and then I slide the folded cloak onto the table, and then this is supposed to help reduce lightning and thunder damage.
I think McCarafay would probably be eyeing the cloak.
Big eyes.
I'm curious. No. Nah. It'd be better for people who are grounded.
Ah,
Yeah, I mean, if no one else wants the cloak, I'll.
Can you imagine Gwynry wearing that cloak?
Well, I mean, McCarafay probably has to get it tailored. So.
Yeah.
Fucking when you see those people with the giant wedding trains,
yeah.
it's just like that, but a cloak. I'm just imagining it being like a black fabric with lightning bolts, or what looks to be in like a dark blue or something. So it's
Mhm.
like it's hard to see, but in the right light it pops.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I pictured.
All right, so are we all good with me taking the cloak?
I'm fine.
Mhm.
Okay. And then, so we're gonna go do afternoon
Then
stuff.
Corvin pulls out a gun. I have this. Slides it on the table. No.
I
Alright.
cast the greatest spell of all. Gun.
Gun.
Do you have ammunition? What's ammunition?
Exactly.
Like arrows, but small
Well,
and cylindrical.
I saw a meme the other day that was like, it's always funny in any anime with a power scaling kind of, or a power system, and then someone just pulls out a gun to like usurp the whole system. It's like, yeah, sure, you can solo level all you want, and then some guy pulls out a gun.
Well, it's like
But I got
what's
this.
really kind of funny about that is that Bazaar and I were kind of talking about something similar the other day with a Kama Ga Kill.
Okay.
Oh,
Because there's just one character who uses the power of gun. Well, there are multiple characters who use the power of gun, but there's one that uses it to level the playing field.
Love it.
All right,
Okay.
so afternoon plans.
Yeah.
let's do-
Which group wants to go first? Because I'm thinking we'll hopefully be able to end with the afternoon being done. So I
Yeah.
don't
You're
expect
taking
it to
us a
take
bit.
forever.
Yeah.
well.
I mean, could roll a die. Odds are library evens a farmhouse.
There we go.
All right.
Good way to do it.
You want? I can roll. Hold on. Huh.
Farmhouse.
Evens.
Yeah.
Okay.
First
So
has
team farmhouse.
All right. And my
Okay, so-
ragtag group of misfits.
Yeah. As the sun is now directly above everybody, you guys are led by Corvin and Althea, outside of Ravenswood. Can you? I'm gonna just say you with advantage instead of me rolling for all the NPCs. So with advantage, can you roll me a perception?
They'll give you the help action, and flavor wise, it looks like they're all like gathered around you with their hands like
Like the Who's in Whoville?
I don't like this.
well,
I don't
I
like
was thinking
this at
like you
all.
know how you can like focus better if you have your hands up around your eyes like
Oh, okay.
binoculars. They're all just like doing that, but so that's to help with your perception.
like Hisoka in Hunter x Hunter, if anyone knows. Like he's just holding his fingers like a circle, and it's like it never shows his vision, but apparently he can see. It's like a telescope. Anyway,
You do
yeah.
have
So
Bardic if you want to try and get a better roll.
I mean,
no,
I
the
was gonna
16 is
say
good.
16
16
Yeah.
is good.
solid.
Yeah. So as you guys are leaving through the gate, Brezric, you notice the exact same 5 guards, in quotation marks, that you guys performance persuaded and intimidated the one time with Silvara. They clock you. Now, it's up to you how you want to play. If you want them to notice that you notice them, or if you just want to kind of like pretend you didn't see them.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't see them because when we come back, I want them to think they have the advantage.
Sure. Can you roll me a deception, or however you want to flavor it, performance, whatever's better for you.
I mean, it's literally both charisma, so
Okay, great. Okay, I'm not going to tell you if that passed or failed, but that's a good roll. Yeah. So the one you'll catch the one guy going like the back of his hand to the other guy's chest, like hey hey, hey. And the other guy kind of like, huh? And they're kind of looking around to see like they recognize Brozric. They don't know who any of these other people are, and they kind of just settle back down. But the guy who noticed you is still kind of like something's fishy, but he doesn't do anything. He just kind of sits back down. He realizes part of his armor's not even connected right, and he fixes it. Yeah, so yeah, you guys walk through. You cross over a bridge, and you're going. You see some farmland, and see you pass like through an orchard and things like that. And you get to a really small farmhouse. Corvin and Althea already know kind of exactly where to go. So Corvin goes off to like investigate things he didn't investigate the first time. So he's like kind of like maybe walking down some corn stalks and things like that. While Althea ushers Janaea and you forward. As you guys enter the house, no one still has really been here. Althea does tell you that she did contact the local authorities, which she does tell you are the Blackthorns. Yeah. So they haven't come by yet. What would you like to do?
now first, because if I know evil bastards the way I think I know evil bastards, I'm gonna cast Find Traps.
Ooh. You sense the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight. Okay.
And I'm gonna do that from the door.
Yeah. All right. Just make sure. This is spell with sensitive. Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, like it gives me a vibe and kind of tells me what it's
Mhm.
gonna do, but not.
You're not getting any sense from the door. Does this work for just like any trap within range, within line of sight? Okay, yeah. You're definitely getting a vibe of a trap, but it's not the door. It's within the house.
What's the general nature?
Oh
of
yeah,
it?
yeah. Do I? Yeah. What do I have to tell you?
It would
Uh,
sense an area affected by the alarm spell, a glyph of warding, or a mechanical pit trap.
It's definitely more of a physical trap.
So it
Not
sounds like
no,
it would
not
kind of tell you what the trap is.
Yeah,
Could-
kind of gives me a sense of like,
You
Or
learn the
like,
general nature
yeah,
of the danger posed
yeah,
to you by the trap. Yeah.
or like where it would, where um,
You
it
don't
would
learn the
affect.
location.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know the
No,
location.
like where it would affect. Um, so
okay.
like if it was a
So
spike trap
it's
or something that came out of the wall that you didn't see, you could see like you could tell where the spike would
Oh,
go.
see, this
N-
just says you
No,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
it says
learn the
you
location of
this-
don't
each
learn the
trap,
location.
but you do learn the general nature of the danger.
okay. So the danger is poison bottle trap, but you don't know where or how.
Well,
So like something will set something off that will break a bottle of poison. Noxious fume kind style, not liquid.
then I'm going to investigate.
I mean, I already told you it's inside the house, but if I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to, it's fine. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Give me
it would have
investigate.
had to have been inside the house because I couldn't.
Yeah,
line
yeah,
of
that makes
sight,
sense.
Line
yeah.
of sight. So
All right,
Yeah.
investigate.
Okay, yeah. When you go in, because I did tell you the door was safe. Um, whether I was supposed to or not, I told you door is safe. So yeah, you're clear to go in. The body is untouched. The windows are broken. Like two separate windows are busted here. Um, when you look at the body, you see that it is in a weird position. Althea like puts a hand on your shoulder there and says, "That's not the way we left the body. That's not what we saw when we left. Someone has come back."
That's what I'm afraid of. I am going to check the ceiling over the body.
Yeah, so it's just like like a like a thatched roof with some wood beams and things. So it's like nothing crazy, nothing special. And when you look up, nothing seems amiss there.
Oh,
I just want to say, I just wanted to verify here. The body is kind of in the recovery position, if people know what that is. If anyone doesn't, I can send you a picture. It's like a first aid kind of thing.
the one where it's on its side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's on its side with like the arms and legs and thing. So Althea will tell you like the body was just kind of on its back last time we saw it.
Well, I'm trying to think. If I were doing a poison trap, I feel like I have it rigged so that if I moved the body to get a look at it, by laying it back down on its back, that would pull the string. So I'm going to investigate the body now.
In the
hey,
meantime,
nat 20.
damn. I was gonna say in the meantime, Janaea is more kind of looking at like the family photos and things like that, and she comes over to you as you're looking through over the body there, and she's like, "Oh, they had 2 kids." And she'll show Berserk and everyone the picture. Ben, okay, so how do we play this nat 20 here? Tell me exactly what you were doing, and then
Well,
I'll
I was
probably
going to
say,
just,
yeah.
I was going to get, like, close to the body and just kind of,
Mhm.
without touching anything, just crouch down and, like, look very carefully along every part of it.
Yeah. So you see a very crudely designed trap, with like maybe like a crudely put together kind of bed spring kind of thing, and you notice two bottles with some like dark brownish greenish liquid in it, and they're kind of like rusted. And yeah, you tell like whoever put this together, and you know who put this together most likely, didn't do a good job. And I'm flavoring it this way because you got that nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so poorly done that you could probably remove the 2 bottles and use them for a later time.
I was going to say, can I just yoink those bottles?
Oh, 100%. Nat 20, like, tell me something else you might want.
Let's see. Can I see how he was killed?
Yeah, so you would only be able to see this on like the front.
Yeah,
which-
after I yoink those, I'll just roll them over.
Yeah. Exactly. And you couldn't see this before, but now that it's rolled over, there is definitely a scorch mark on the chest, and it looks like someone forcibly removed a heart.
Hmm.
A big
Mm.
hand. A big hand
A
did it,
big.
obviously.
I mean, a hand the size of
So
the
there's-
bitch who I murdered recently.
Yeah.
So cool. That means there were 2 people here killing people.
Hmm.
And well, we know who was for sure. She's dead now. Would I have remembered a heart in the collection of trophies that we found?
Retroactively, yes.
Yes. Okay.
We'll say there was just like, you know what? We'll say there was a heart inside of a straw hat.
All right. I'm just trying to think of, like, was it being taken for, a spell or some other bullshit, but okay, it's a trophy. Got it. Okay. Well,
I mean, through the info you don't know, Lune did want it, but Zalthea had taken it.
well, I mean, the fact that I know where the heart is more than enough for me. Okay, so there was a wife and 2 kids. There's only one
Mhm.
body here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to search the rest of the house for any sign of them.
Okay, well, you can ride the nat 20 there.
All right, I'm going to ride the nat 20 then.
What?
Yeah, and so you follow like a trail out to, like, we'll say that they have like a granary kind of building, small, like a small granary-ish style building, and literally like asleep, like clutching each other, will be the 2 kids.
No.
One with like like all covered in like muck, dirt, and tears, and they're like passed the f out as if like they probably stayed up all night afraid.
I can't blame them.
Yeah. I'm to crouch crouch down next to them. Just gently try to wake them. Just as gently and as unjarringly as I can.
Yeah.
Just be like, little ones,
Yes.
wake up.
We'll say one is probably like 3, can barely talk. The other's like 6. So yeah, they get up and they're frightened at first. Janae will be beside you, as she's kind of invested in the family section here, and she's ready to back you up.
And I, tell them it's okay. You're safe now. No one here is going to hurt you. I promise. But I need you to tell me what happened here.
It takes him a second, and we're gonna say it's older boy, younger girl.
Okay.
And the boy says, after the monster killed our dad, and the lady took mom. They didn't see us, they didn't hear us. It sounded like there was a storm outside, but there was no rain, and we ran over here to hide, and we thought we heard them coming, and then there was an argument, and we weren't sure, and they went further into the forest that way. This points like away from Ravenswood.
I'm going to, tell you. You did good to keep your sister safe. And who the hell's all with me?
Corvin's around, but Janae is right beside you, and Althea is just in the house. Unless you want her to come.
I'll kind of call for Althea.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that those fake guards are at the gate, I'm gonna have her take the kids to the Radiant Hall, because I feel like that'll be the best
It
place.
is, yeah. It's like the safest place
Just
that's
until
also not in town.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least until I deal with those guys. But yeah, because I don't want to let the trail go cold by, any more than it already has by taking them myself. And I don't want 2 children around while I beat the crap out of 5 guys. So I'll have her. I'll have her take the kids to the Radiant Hall, and then I'll get Corvin and Janaea.
Also, Janaea still has my short bow of accuracy and the arrows.
That's right, true. So I'll get them. And,
I think. Oh. Yeah. I think the way I'm gonna play this though is we'll switch over to the other group before we get back to those guys. Yeah,
that's fine.
But I like the planning though.
All right. So
because what I can do is, we haven't been able to show this off yet, but Corvin still can use his bone totem thing, and now that he's not really wielding the shadowy powers from Necros, he can actually, instead of, because last time I think he summoned like this, like the not a shadowling but like a shadow being.
Yeah.
Now you guys can see what it's supposed to look like. So if there is a fight, someone can control Corvin summons.
There we go.
Yeah, so it'll be someone's Corvin summons, someone's Janaea, someone's Corvin, and then Brezrix himself. If there's a fight.
Absolute fucking chaos.
Hell yeah.
All right.
The only way
Okay.
to do it.
I have a
I
plan.
think it'd be fun. I'd love to be the summon boy. Give me all the summons.
All
Give
right.
me all the fodder.
Well, I mean, I feel like I've gotten all the information I'm going to get out of this place, considering.
Yeah, like it's just a farmhouse.
Yeah.
And you pretty much did get some good info.
So I will. We will set off and then let y'all have your time.
Oh, also, in the group chat I posted, bottle of noxious fumes. You have 2 of those.
Noxious fumes. Because I just wrote bottles of poison gas.
It's all good. Basically, what it does is you throw it, and it does a 10-foot cloud. And they have to do a couple Constitution saves. The first one poisons them, and the second one would blind them if they stay in it.
Good. What if I hit them directly in the face with it?
Bad stuff.
Force it down their throat.
Yep.
I mean, that was also a consideration I had. So
Brunswick just pulls out a funnel and wedges it in the mouth.
I don't even need a
Yeah.
funnel. I am a giant hulking slab of meat muscle. I can just I'll just shove it straight into their mouth.
But the
Smash
visual
the
of a funnel
bottle.
is so much more amusing.
It is.
What if Brunswick puts it in his mouth and then does dragon breath?
So they get hit with acid and fucking
Yeah.
toxic gas. I'm gonna hit him with mustard gas now.
Noxious breath. There you
I was gonna say,
Okay.
just shove it in someone's mouth completely unopened and punch them in the jaw so that shatters.
go. Okay, so to cap this off, Althea's gonna take the young girl in her arms and take the boy by his hand, and says, "I'll see you all later tonight," and then heads off the long way around to get to the Radiant Citadel or Radiant Hall. Sorry,
Right,
Radiant Citadel is what they wish it was.
I'll be right back.
Right
Oh,
when it was
Cree.
her time.
Perfect timing.
Cree gets hit by a meteor.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, bizarre. So Brisric is, before all this, was a devout follower of Bahamut.
No. Or wait. Yeah, no, I don't know why.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
flip-flop Bahamut and fucking what's her face. But yeah, no, Bahamut.
Okay, cool. Because all the D&D gods do exist and all that. That's why I wanted to kind of drop the hint of Coralon and other things. Because it's like, yeah, these gods exist. It's just they've been in charge for so long. They don't really, well, let's be honest, they don't need to talk to mortals as much as this pantheon does, right? It's like their survival hinges on their champions being able to somehow free them one way or another.
Bahamut just likes to talk to people to fuck with.
No, yeah.
That's like 90. That's 90. He talks a lot. He talks a lot.
Well, no, what I was trying to get at is like these guys can only talk to 2 people.
Okay, I got you.
Right. Like their maximum amount of people they can normally talk to is 2. While anyone who worships the current reigning gods, they have plethora of people, right, all across the world and all that. So, in my brain, I had a thought the other day. I was like, I would love for a conflict to happen, where like the new god somehow can speak with the old god. But I couldn't find a good way to get that to work. But I was like, I want to introduce more of the current gods, not like as characters, but like their followings and
Yeah.
things like that, disciples and priests and anything like that. We're the warriors of Coralon. Huzzah! Bunch of elves.
Fucking nerds.
We are doing our sword dancing. Join us. Andy, come back.
I'm just going to run to the bathroom real quick.
How dare you?
I'm gonna grab my chapstick, but it's literally on the other side of the room. Actually, you know what? It's my turn to take a break, so I am gonna go to the bathroom too.
Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes I wish I was super rich and I could just be like, yo, I'm gonna drop 100 gifted. And then like everyone who just ever came to Bizarre Stream for like a month would just automatically become a member.
Mm,
That'd be cool.
that would be. How many subs does he have?
I don't know. I'm on the page, or I'm on his stream right now. Does it say here? Do I have to go to? I probably have to go to his profile. 301 followers, but it doesn't say subs.
Oh, I can see 302 followers.
What?
It's weird. Oh, he's got 4 out of 10 subs. I assume that's us.
I'm one of them. Because I went to go continue my sub, and it's like you don't have your Amazon Prime sub ready. I'm like, all right, fine. My sub anniversary is in 17 days, apparently.
I am back.
I've been
Hello.
subscribed to Bizarre for 5 months. Current streak of 5 months. Why is there motion at my front door? It's like 2 in the morning here.
It's a cat.
Yo, it'd be great if it was a cat. It's always a car. Zom, I think I've stretched the limit of 3 separate Google Docs. Because every time I try to load them, they're like, "You're back? Why?" Yeah. The funny thing is, if I just save these to like a regular Word doc on my computer, I think it'd be fine. I don't think it would lag at all.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, welcome back. Okay. So we are headed to multiple places.
Yeah.
Oh, is there no fight, or is that being held?
We're yeah, in the yeah. In the subject of spreading everyone being able to do something sooner.
Mhm.
Yeah. So next time, definitely, probably, maybe will be a fight. I mean, with Bizarre leading the charge and no one to really like stop him, it's fine.
Knowing this fucking hothead.
What do you say, Mage Hand? Just like a middle finger. Okay, so let's start by heading towards the Scarlet Spire.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is the first time anyone's gone to any of these places before.
I've gone to
Uh,
the Scarlet Spire before.
Yeah, you sent a letter. I
Oh,
I
remember
sent
yeah.
a couple of letters, yeah.
All right, so yeah, so McCarthy will just like lead the way. She's like, you know exactly where you're headed.
Yeah.
Just a refresher for those who haven't been there. So it's located at the edge of Ravenswood near the forest. As you get closer, you can see if you look up regular sized cardinals, kind of like flitting with messages, and some like some clasping letters, some having just like your typical tie to the leg kind of message. But then higher up on the tower, you can see large dire cardinals, like ones that like even Bruzzer could comfortably sit on and ride, dropping off like big packages or crates or even individuals. Um, and let's see. Yeah, so you guys head up. There's a big grand lobby with polished wood floors, stone pillars, crimson banners everywhere depicting the pictures of a dire cardinal in flight with a rolled scroll clutched in its talons. So yeah, there are multiple counters there. A lot of I wouldn't say a lot, but they're well dressed clerks. And so I guess Gwynry will walk up to a teller. I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's grab just any old person. Right, so you're gonna meet uh, a human human lady, an older one,
Okay.
and she goes, state the purpose of your query.
She
I'd
said
like
queer.
to send a letter.
All right, a letter it is. Okay. Do you want a standard message, a weather protected message, or do you need enchanted protection?
A standard would be fine, I think.
Standard, that's perfectly fine. I don't remember how much it is, but I'm just going to ask you for 5 gold.
Okay.
It's more than it is.
Is it?
Is it?
Is a regular message more than 5 gold?
No, it's hold on, I can
I don't have it saved on this one. I probably have it saved under New Dawnsbrook.
standard message, 5 silver pieces.
Okay, sorry.
You were right on
5
the
gold.
number, just not the
Yeah,
number.
yeah, yeah.
Weather
Alright, so
protected
yeah.
is 2 gold and enchanted is 5 gold.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I should really save that to the Ravenswood one.
It is on
Anyway.
the World Anvil.
You know, I should just use that. Screw my notes. I gave you the well anyway. So yeah, it's 5 silver.
Okay. 5, so let me. Right. I will. I don't think I've just got like silver. I've got gold pieces and no silver.
Don't worry, we can exchange here.
Okay. So.
Just don't use us as a bank, okay? Yeah, so she'll take a gold from you and then
Yeah. I'll
give you
hand
the
over 1 gold.
wait, I forget. In D&D is 1 gold worth 10 silver?
Think so.
I think so. So yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
10
sure,
you-
yeah.
copper
you
to
get-
1
yeah.
silver, 10 silver to 1 gold, 100 gold to 1 astral,
Platinum.
right? Oh,
Oh, right.
is it platinum or is it astral?
No,
I
platinum's
thought it
like
was
10, I
platinum.
think.
Oh.
I don't know.
Right.
Either way, you get a change of 5 silver back.
Yep. Okay.
And she's like, "Do you want this do you want a transcript of this purchase?"
Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Would you like a copy of this transaction in case your message does go missing?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. You see the message get taken off by like a gnome, and the gnome runs into the back. You see like a light illuminate the room, and then the gnome runs back with holding two, like two versions, and hands one back to you.
Cool.
Yeah, and then the other one gets sent off. It's like, all right, is there anything else?
That's all. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
I was incorrect. Apparently, in 5e, it is 10 each.
That's what I thought.
Each.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's
copper to
like
silver, silver to gold, and gold to platinum. It's 10 of the
Right.
previous.
That's what I
yeah.
thought.
Okay. That's
And
what I thought.
I don't know if we're
Yeah.
gonna be fucking with Electrum, but
I tend to not, just because as cool as I like what Electrum looks like and sounds like, I think it's like it messes up things.
Counterpoint, I'm going to turn all of my gold into Zeolium.
completely
Flood
worthless.
flood the market. Everyone's like, "What the hell is this?"
You can't melt it down to create like a bar of Zoolium or anything like that. It's literally just you have coins that are Zoolium. They have the markings of a gold coin, so people might think that it came originally from gold, especially if they knew how it was made. But other than that, it's literally just useless toy money.
Could you
That's right.
imagine Bazaar in every single town being like, "See this Zolium coin here? It's worth more than you think. Have you ever seen a coin like this?"
Don't tempt
It's
me to
like,
or to destroy capitalism. Like I'm already.
I mean, we've already pretty well fucked the economy for a couple of people.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, but just for the gamblers, and they're not real people.
They were also like Necros's crew, and
Exactly.
and
Well, I'm
and
talking more about the shopkeep.
Oh,
oh,
well,
right.
I mean, I didn't buy that much.
No,
There, I'm the one that
and
dropped
you get
one.
and you got the bottled sea breeze. You're good.
Yeah. Don't
Okay,
care.
so
We'll
Reminded
just
of
put
home.
that by Zelthia's head.
Fucking smelling salt.
every like few moments, the hair goes like in the breeze. All right.
Tongue's
Anyway,
just lolling out of the head, just like eyes are just like drooping, and there's just
jeez.
But it smells
ocean
like the ocean.
sounds.
Yeah. Okay. So next, do we want to? It's the luminous tome, right?
I think I remember you describing the bathhouse as being closer to
Yeah.
the spire.
Now, did you want to hop in yourself, or is everyone coming? I guess everyone is just Gwynny.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to tag along, that's fine.
Or I'll come in and say hi to Garen. If he's there.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
He's probably like still cleaning up based on the
That
rampage.
made me choke.
I would want to check on the people that we
Holy
stabilized to
shit.
make sure they're doing okay.
Oh yeah. Check if they're okay. I mean, it was quite.
Gwynry's really
also,
focused on something else right now.
yeah.
Just yeah. The other people, them too.
The
I
other
was
people
I
as
was
well,
here
yeah.
for I'm coming here for them. That's fine. Yeah. But also, she's like pushing her hair back. She's like, but also like if Karen's there, you know.
I mean, like maybe. Okay, so yeah, you guys head in. There is a closed sign on the door, which and even the public side is closed. Not that that seems to be bothering many people, but
Just realized we've never
yeah.
been
So
in the public side.
nope, scary place. Um, yeah. So what do you guys want to do? There's a closed sign, but like there is no door. It's been like busted.
I'll just walk in and kind
Of course.
keep
Yeah.
an eye out for someone and just
Yeah. So there's nobody at the door. No one at the gate. You head up the stairs. You see. So for Macarafe, you see the impact on the wall there,
Yeah.
body shaped. You see not so much as a disarray as when Kree and Gwynry were here last. Tables have been turned back up and destroyed chairs or things have been cleared away and maybe in the corner. But you can definitely see that something barreled through here. There is a huge hole in the wall to the to the left of the staircase that leads up to the very luxury baths and rooms. You see the cracked counter table to the right where the two employees there were. A lot of people are just like collecting in baskets, just debris and wood, and you see a couple people bandaging each other up with just like cloths or like ripping up towels or something. Everyone seems to be like okay though, which is crazy. Because I'm pretty sure a couple people could have died.
yeah.
Yeah, you get a sense of like panicked calm. Like they're all still kind of like, are we safe? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just realized
So
we
what do you?
left a rotting corpse in there.
Oh yeah, the body's still up there.
That is one of the things I wanted to talk about because, there is a necromancer. So
Someone burned the
disposing
corpse.
of the body. Yeah. All right.
Can you
Speak
do talk with the or speak with dead on just
speak with
the
body.
No.
That would be horrifying.
It's like the corpse just rises up, can't say shit.
The neck hole just is like making these wheezing noises.
It's spurting out blood.
Just the flopping of the vocal folds.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys want to do? Let's go person by person, starting with
Okay.
Kree.
All right. So as I said, I just want to check on the people that we stabilized, make sure they're doing okay.
Yeah. So why don't you go check on our big human guard fella first?
Hmm.
Oh my god, nothing's loading. I forget his name. I don't even know if I introduced his name.
I have literally never
Don't
heard
believe
his
you did.
name.
Okay, great. That's fine then. He doesn't have a name. Yeah, you go to check on, and every time, I think you've only been. No, you've seen him twice in two separate occasions. Each time he's been like this big, burly, like probably doesn't talk much kind of guy. But when you see him, he's actually surrounded by a bunch of the staff, and they're all like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah. Thank God for these these. Hey, that lady there, she saved me." And they all look over, and it's Kree's just like right there.
I just kind of
There's just a bird
awkwardly
standing
wave.
there.
Yeah. And they're like, "Hey, 3 cheers for what's your name?"
I'm Kree.
Kree! 3 cheers for Kree! Hip hip hooray! And even the guy's like, "You guys could stop." Um, what the hell's his name? It's bugging me.
Grunkus.
Gerald.
Oh, I don't like that name. I'm gonna change his name.
Was Grunkus, wasn't it? I was right.
The only reason he doesn't like the name is because you were right and he couldn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No, it was originally Varric, but I want to change it. I'm gonna make it even weirder. His name is Varsinsil.
That's one
Yep.
hell of a name for a human.
That's one hell of a name. All right. Yeah. So
Spell, please.
you're never gonna see him again. It's
Mhm. Mhm.
VARSINSIL. Varsinsil. And yes, I came up with that on the fly. You're welcome.
Does he have a nickname?
Varus.
V Dog.
V Dog. He's got that dog in him. Anyway. Yeah, so him and the crew are just kind of cheering you on and asking how the fight went and things like that. And a couple of them are just like, one will be like, "What kind of fighter are you?"
I'm actually a druid.
And like a different voice will be like, "No way! Did you know there is a druid in town?"
I hadn't been told, no.
Well, some people say it's a secret, and like another girl will pop up and be like, "Yeah, but not many secrets really like, when someone
Stay
comes in
secret.
here, yeah, people with loose lips, and especially up here." One of them says, "I think it's one of I think it's the person who works at the general store." And then the other person's like, "No, no, no! It's the person at the jeweler stall." And then someone is like, "No, I'm pretty sure it's like the grocer. Maybe I don't know. It's one of them for sure."
Well, thank you for the information. I just came by, wanted to check in on everyone, make sure you guys are doing okay.
Um, Vars, he'll extend a hand to you and say thank you, like genuine thank you.
Glad I could help.
Cool. All right, McCarafe.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
I would like to ask someone where I might find Zeranova.
You would recognize the half-elven twins, Leonis and Terith.
Mhm.
If you want to grab one of them.
Yeah. I'll kind of go, excuse
Yeah.
me.
They'll both look at you and say yes.
I was wondering where I might find Miss Zeranova.
They look at each other and then look at you. It's like, she's indisposed.
So I hear. Would it be possible for me to see her?
The other one's like, uh, you're with that dragon guy, right?
Yes.
The hero.
Yes.
Yay.
We're
She
gonna
kind of
say
rolls her eyes a little bit.
we're gonna say Leonis, which will be one of the twins. They're twins. They look the same. One
Yeah.
of them is gonna blush at the name of like, oh, the dragon hero. Like, oh, he's so dreamy. And then the other one's gonna be like, yeah, you know what? Just make sure no one's following us. And she'll like kind of like push her sister out of the way, like, move. And the one who's dreaming about Bresrick will kind of just and then as McCarthy walks by, she'll hear the dreamy twin say, Leonis is gonna be like, he even left the body for us upstairs.
That's a good thing.
I guess. So Tareth will take you over to behind the stairwell, which looks like nothing.
Yeah.
And then why don't you give me a perception, and you're gonna try to beat 17. Okay.
Oof.
You catch like the first two things she does.
Yeah.
But you get distracted for a second, and she's moving a little too fast, like pulling a book and then like twisting like a snow globe or something, and all of a sudden uh like an imprint appears and the door moves in, and you see what we described in the last session, extremely lush everything, like the highest quality fabrics for a blanket that's just kind of in the corner, and chests full of like gold and all that kind of stuff that Zaranova is definitely hoarding, but she doesn't seem to really care about. She just doesn't want others to get it. But yes, you see her. Well, we're gonna say basically in the same position that the
Yep.
others had left her in, but she does stir a little bit. She doesn't fully wake up, but like she sensitive ears, she can hear,
Yep. Yep.
and she says, "Hello, trying to
Yep.
sleep here."
I just walk in, and this almost puts my previous housing to shame.
She opens one eye, not really moving, to look to see who it is, and she goes, "Oh." She'll sit up, or she's still laying down, but now her back is propped up against the board of the bed there. She's like, "Who let you in?"
One of the twins, I can never remember their names.
Probably Terith. It's fine. They're told not to let anyone in, but there are special circumstances. I just never thought I'd have so many people in this room in one day.
Oh
New
my.
record for you?
Sorry?
It's a new record for you.
Yes, actually, it is.
Well, I'm honored to
Uh,
be among them.
Well, all your friends had a taste. Anyway, what brings you here?
I wanted to check how you were doing.
She's gonna give you a genuine smile and say, "Do you have a moment?" And she kind of points for you to sit at the edge of the bed.
Yeah, yeah, I'll go and I'll sit down.
Um, she says, "You know, I thought there would be I'd have to pay a price for distracting the beast. I just didn't think it would almost be my life."
Well, I'm very glad it wasn't.
Me too. Um, and she kind of looks somber for a moment, and she's like, "Have they cleaned my blood upstairs?"
I haven't looked.
I prefer you don't. But I'm glad to be alive. Still feeling the best way I can describe it is phantom pain. My wounds are healed, but and she kind of like she touches like where she was scorched.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, I still can feel it, you know.
Is she above the covers or under the covers?
Her bottom half is under the covers,
Okay. Are there
and
any
she's
like
just
tears or
yeah.
anything in her dress that I can see?
Yeah, you would be able to see one of them.
Okay.
It's kind of like
Well,
over her chest, over her like yeah. I think that's where one of them was. It was chest and side, I think.
yeah, yeah. While she's talking, I'll kind of just reach out, not quite touching her, but kind of cast mending on the little hole in her dress and bit of prestidigitation to clean up blood
So
and
you're
stuff.
like you're extending your hand towards her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll take your hand and put it on her, like the hole, and like bring it closer.
Whoa. Put it right on the hole.
Directly. And she'll just give you like a little wry smile, but also like, thank you.
I think Macarafe is probably blushing and unsure of how to.
That's too.
I think she just like casts the mending and prestidigitation and kind of just slides her hand away and just kind of shrug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Zaranova will make some sort of sound like, you know. And then her eyes will turn to business and be like, "What's your
Can I
next
do
move?"
an insight check on that?
100% you can, but you don't get advantage. Ooh. Okay, what do you think happened with your insight there?
Well, how do you mean?
I'm making Zom think. What did McCarafe think was going on there with your insight check? You don't have to be right or wrong. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's kind of a, was that like disappointed, kind of flirty, kind of maybe? No, it probably wasn't that. And just kind of running over, like, could it be? It could. I mean, but probably not. That's
Yeah,
probably what she thinks.
your insight is definitely like what you're getting from Zaranova is that she would like to play a little more, but she seems there are more pressing matters to speak about.
Okay.
So she has to go business for a little while. But she definitely was like enjoying herself. And it seems genuine. I should say it seems genuine. Like we know she can charm the hell out of people, and it's a high DC check to like escape it. That's why she was joking with Bresrick earlier about like I won't charm you.
I think I'll kind of just blushing a little bit and kind of not sure. Just kind of go, so I heard you went to the Blackthorns then. Just trying to move on.
Yes. Well, what can I say except I don't think I would trust them. Not for a while. If
Having
anything.
had dealings with them, I never trust them.
I
In
feel
fact,
though.
you kind of proved my theory that they were involved in this, so I guess thanks for that, if that's any consolation.
Yeah, she'll nod along with what you're saying, and she's like, I can't believe I'd say this, but I feel like in town, if we're gonna trust anyone in a state of a higher power here, we might have to go to the other noble house unless we venture outside town, which is the preferred choice.
We were actually already planning on going to pay Draco the visit.
Oh, we were gonna go see the Dragon Prince, weren't we? Interesting. And when she says we, she means you.
Yeah.
Um,
Not my favourite idea, but we have some worry that whatever he's doing over there, it might be the target of something. A lot of people in one place.
well, if you want, I can do one of two things. I can write you a letter that will bypass anything you need, or I can accompany you if you'd like.
I was going to ask if you would like to accompany us.
She's gonna do that thing where like put your hands together. She's like, splendid. A trip it is. I can take care of the arrangements to get there, if you'd leave that in my care. That is.
Sounds like a plan.
And she looks excited. She's like, we will travel in style. This is going to call for a new wardrobe. And then like you notice, and this is for Zom here, not McCarafe. There is a walk-in closet, and it's got like a ton of all different types of like dresses and clothing and whatever your heart desires. It's probably in there. But you can only see a taste of it. It's like you'd have to like push a big, fluffy, freaking warg skin cloak or something out of the way.
I look
Um,
forward to seeing it.
She's like, I don't have anything your size, I'm sorry. But like I said, you should go to the Golden Stitch.
I think that was the plan. Lady Janaea would like some more comfortable clothes. She's wearing
Ooh.
my jacket at the moment.
Yeah, she smiles and says, well, it's a date then. We should probably pause there though, and we can go to Gwynry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does Gwynry want to do?
Winry's gonna check in on Garen.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so Garen, let's say he is still helping with like the cleanup crew. He's actually going to be coming down the stairs from the upper area. He's been kind of like semi promoted in this situation, and he's kind of he's in charge of cleanup a little bit, and he sees you, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Gwynry."
The voice every time.
Voice here. Ah, Garen. Oh my gosh, my headset almost fell off my head. Sorry, hold on.
She got so excited.
That's okay. Headsets are crazy. I don't know what they are.
Uh,
It's a set
how
of
are
heads.
things holding up? Set
Well-
of heads. Sorry.
Well, it's okay. Yeah, so Garen's gonna gesture to things, and he's like, "Well, you know, for a rampaging Minotaur lady, like, we got most things under control. I mean, your friend, did he come with you?
No.
Oh, well, I want to thank him again, personally,
Oh,
because he I'm pretty sure he saved my life." Now,
It
I
was
think
Cree.
it was actually
yeah, I
Cree,
was
but
just like, I'm not-
Yeah.
I'm not-
but Garrett's like, he's a hero, you know.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
The girls are all talking about him.
Thankfully,
Of course
I
they
have
are.
zero
Yep.
reason to go back to this bathhouse.
Um. Okay. Do you need any help, like moving anything
I mean, the only thing
while
left
I'm here?
is the body upstairs.
Right, the body. Can I have to ask Macarafe what we want to do with the body?
Well, one of the guys down in maintenance was saying we could tweak the water to make it like dissolve the body, you know, like make it acidic. But
Whoa.
we've never done that before, so I don't know about that one.
Wow, thinking about that doesn't make me like water anymore than I
No,
already do. Um,
no, it's kind of crazy,
Okay.
but like it's like a magical bath fountain, so they think they can make it almost any liquid, but we've never done
that's
it.
insane.
Yeah, it's got some crazy magic mumbo jumbo, you know,
It's a
like
fucking SCP vending machine.
uh,
oh, SCPs would be so much fun.
Well, I mean,
Anyway.
there is one that is a vending machine that you can
No,
get like
I
any liquid out of.
I was just thinking like D&Difying them
That would be
if
really
that's
cool.
possible.
that would
Yeah,
be really cool.
yeah. Anyway,
We now have our next campaign.
I was like, I come up with like random shit all the time or get inspired by something, and I'm like, can I fit this in anywhere? And the answer is almost always no. I did find I without spoiling anything, I found a way to weave two separate things into something. So we'll see if we ever get there. But okay, anyway, uh, Garen is going to ask you, hey, are you free later tonight?
I'm pretty sure. Are we doing anything tonight? I can't remember if we are planning on doing stuff
We
tomorrow or is
haven't
that tonight?
planned anything.
Yeah,
We haven't
I'm
planned
taking
anything.
Silvara to the Jolly Jackalope, which I would have mentioned
Oh,
when we
okay.
all met back up.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm free.
Really? And he's going to blush and like look down and be like, I mean, like, if you want to, I was thinking that maybe we could, go out. And he looks at you eagerly.
I'm picturing I'm looking up at him, aren't I? Like,
Yep.
Yeah. He's just so enamored.
yeah. Yeah, it's really cute. I'd love to.
I'm trying to see how he would play this. He like in my brain, he turns around. He's like, yes, and then like, here, I'll roll for it. See if. Hold on. If we get sub 10, that happens. All
Mm.
right. No, but he can't hide a big goofy smile. And he's like, excellent. Where can I meet you?
Probably at Genevieve's, right? That we're going back there.
He's like, well, I know where
Probably
that
the best
is.
place to. Yeah, you've been there.
He leans in so that no one else can hear, and he goes, "Do you guys like stay there every night? That's pretty pricey place."
Yeah, we do. I mean, at the
I mean,
moment
that's
we haven't
cool and
found
all.
another place, so
I mean that's really cool and all. I mean, like, you could stay at the Jolly Jackalope, but I don't know. They don't always attract the best crowd. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, some good people and some people don't know better, but yeah. Um, and then just before you can say anything else, he goes, "By the way, what's your favorite color?"
Favorite color?
What's
Gosh.
Gwynry's favorite color?
I mean, probably blue. She's wearing blue.
So yeah, you say blue.
Yeah, blue. I'd say blue.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. He double takes over you completely. He's like, should have known. Makes sense. And then he's gonna do this thing where he wants to like go in for a hug, but then like he realizes like, does he give you a handshake, or does it like a high five? So yeah, it's gonna be in your hands of what happens next.
I mean, it depends on like how low is he getting.
Oh, he'll get low. He'll go on one knee.
Oh, I'll give him a hug.
Hold on. All right, yeah. He just he feels really warm and he smells nice.
Okay.
All right, let's cut back to McCarafe real quick. Zom,
Mhm.
where do you want to lead the convo before you head out?
Yeah, there are a couple of things. I want to, while I'm sitting there, kind of. So I do have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You've never told me how you know me.
What did I tell you?
I believe when I said that I have been around Ravenswood Bluffs before, that you said that it would probably be something to do with that. but you never. That was before
Mm-hmm.
I knew you knew.
Well, did I tell you that I enjoy masquerade balls?
I don't believe you did.
One of these days you'll see one of those dresses. But I don't think I've missed one of the Dragon Prince's masquerades since he's come into his own over there.
I did go to one. I'm assuming that's where you're leading.
Well, yes. Um,
That was quite
back
the day.
back then, I used to care more about knowledge because knowledge was power. And I used to almost do anything to get the juiciest information. Whether through
Carafe is just
wild.
nodding, like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I totally on the same page.
Hmm. She's like, well, sometimes it was by charms, sometimes it was through magic, and sometimes it was just through good old fashioned charm. She looks wistfully off, like maybe she has like her fingers kind of extended, kind of staring at her nails, and then looks back at you. Um, she's like, well, things are different now for both of us, right?
Eerie.
She's yeah, she's looking like knowingly, but like mysteriously. Well, I am here to help. I have changed since those days. My real question is your ex-husband. Do you know if he has changed one way or another?
It's hard to say whether he's changed or I am now just seeing his true colors.
Give me an insight check. Okay. 12.
I'm really tempted to use my inspiration and reroll that.
I mean, if you want to.
But then it could be worse.
It could be worse. It's up to you.
Fuck it, I will.
So, at first you thought maybe she knows more than she's letting on specifically about Glenn. And then you start to have a different thought. You're starting to think, what if she has some ledger or something about all the information she may have gathered from back then? You think maybe she knows more than she's telling. Maybe she's lying to you. Or maybe she's telling the truth. It's really hard to tell. But her current face, she has soft eyes and a smile aimed at you.
I think I'll just look at her and say, "What do you know?"
I haven't been keeping tabs on him since the two of you were last here, but
It would be from the ball.
Mhm. I do know that he had dealings. Well, maybe not himself, but someone from his entourage had come to visit my establishment. Um, it was a man, and
Elf or human?
human. Does that change things.
Just trying to figure out who it would be.
Mm. Well, I hope that helps. But I was never able to get the information. One of the girls who was working that night mysteriously disappeared when I went to question her the next day.
Hate it when they do that.
Hmm. Happens too much in Ravenswood.
Is this someone that was around when I was there, or is this a new person?
Are you asking DM or asking Zaranova?
I guess asking Zaranova, like, is this?
Like, is this a new person?
Would they have been in their house when I was in their house?
Oh, probably. Yes.
Right, because the only male human that was in his inner circle was Ralvin.
Yeah.
Who's not normally one to leave. Can I describe Ralvin to her? And
Mm-hmm.
is there a description of him in this?
I know. I was trying to look it up to you.
6'2", dark hair, grey eyes, quite toned. Holds himself
Quite
very
toned.
confidently.
She's gonna say that is close to my recollection and what we all collectively acquired. Sadly, I wish I could say that any of the staff I had on hand then are the same that I have now, but sadly, most of them have changed. You see a lot of young faces around here now. Cut to like Garen being like, "Oh yeah."
It's not like Ralvin to leave the house very often.
Is his appearance monumentally shifting how you picture things if he's not to have left?
I'm just wondering what his business here would have been. I never
What is
did
his
like
what
him
is
very
his
much.
what was his loyalty to your ex-husband?
He basically ran the house. He was in charge of all the servants, of making sure carriages were booked and that events were planned and everything. And he was kind of brutal in his means of ensuring efficacy.
So it is a shock if he's not at the homestead.
Mm.
Do you think his appearance here, unbeknownst to you, was a setup for something that might be paying dividends now?
Based on information I got today, I would say that would not at all be surprising.
Yeah,
I
she's
am
gonna get like
almost
a
certain that Len is involved in this.
she's gonna get a very confused face and just be like, "Oh, I wish I may have kept up my old habits." It was just so taxing to take notes on everything, you know?
I just tap the book in my pocket and just be like, yeah, I feel that.
I used to do a lot more of this stuff myself, you know, before I kind of spread the wealth, so to say, and let some others in. I used to run this whole floor almost myself. It's quite
That
easy
sounds
to.
like a lot of work.
Well, it's easy when you mostly successfully charm every single person who comes in. They all play by the rules when you tell them to. And she kind of looks a little sad when she says that. Yep, that's fine, Billy. We're pretty much set up after this.
Yep.
Unless anyone really wants to get one last thing in, that's fine.
Why does she look sad? Am I getting anything?
You want to roll one last insight and see if you can nail it this time? Yeah. You get the vibe that she doesn't like charming people anymore. She doesn't get a thrill out of controlling people through her abilities.
Mm.
She rather charms someone with her words than charm them with a touch.
There. I'll kind of
It-
put my hand on hers and kind of just nod like I can kind of understand what you are feeling right now.
She'll give you like, that. The sad expression turns into like a smile and says, "Thank you." Genuinely, she says that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, what are you off to next?
We are off to the library to try and find some information about some weird occult shit.
You know,
Occult
the
shit.
usual.
Well, if you find anything juicy, bring it back to me.
Of course.
She
Um,
pretends her like left hand is like a note and her right hand is a quill. And she pretends to like write it down.
Yeah, yeah. And
Can
I'll
I-
just
she's- yeah.
before, as I'm standing up to leave, I'll just say, also I just wanted to offer. I know spirits are probably a bit shaken around here, and people could probably use a bit of a cheering up. If you would allow me, I would be more than happy to come play a bit of music. Try
Her
build
eye
spirits.
her eyes sparkle. She's like, "We could throw a little party." Party. Excellent. I have a dress for that too.
Mm,
Hmm.
I
She
have
she
a ball
starts.
gown, but I don't have a party dress.
We can figure that out. All right. Well, we have two options. We party in a couple days, or we party after we save this town.
Why not both?
Yeah, why not both?
Kree's like, both. Yeah. She's gonna. Her hands are gonna like go together, and she's gonna just be like, like already planning. She's like, oh yes, and Garen can make that special drink. Oh, do you think Garen would want to attend and not work? Probably. It
I
is.
think he would be quite happy to spend some time with a certain dwarf.
They are cute, aren't they?
They are.
My God.
She blushes every time I mention him.
That is so goddamn cute.
You just hear Gwynry crying from the other room.
Wait, we need Billy to draw sexy Garen. Anyway, there's your next one. Oh, that'd be great. Anyway, yeah. So she's like, all right, we have so many plans, you and I. We have shopping, we have fighting, we have parties. We'll have to figure this out.
Oh, and I spoke to Lady Janae, and she said she would be more than happy to speak with you.
Ah, excellent. I did want to speak to her. Couple reasons.
You mentioned, yes.
Great. She wasn't with you now, is she?
No, she has gone with Brasrock to try and track down Lune.
And you're gonna, because you rolled such a good insight on the last one, you're gonna be able to tell that she is joking when she says this. She's like, "Ah, our intrepid hero." You know, it was our feathered friend who saved Varus. They all think it was the big dragon.
He does.
They were just cheering.
Once she announced that it was her,
Right.
Mhm.
he does draw a lot of attention.
And I try
Yeah.
not to.
Well, he holds it well.
I committed a crime.
Oh,
he
and
murdered somebody.
He holds something well.
on the topic of Brasrock, I have to say, I am most impressed that you seem to have earned his respect.
Oh, did I? Ooh. I'll have a dance with him at the party. Excellent.
Don't tell him I told you this, but the first time we came here, he pulled me aside and said, "Do not let that woman come near me." So you've gone raised quite a bit in his esteem.
I almost regret not charming him a second time. Interesting he is.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner
feel
is very close. By the way,
Okay,
like,
sorry.
so
We
close.
could we could just chat with.
You could go on,
I
like,
was
yeah,
gonna say,
but
this is just.
yeah, no, Mum just walked in and was like 2 minutes away now, so
No, it's all good. Yeah. So next time we're gonna pick up with, Brozark and Team NPC. And I think is the plan to straight on attack, or do you think, or do you kind of just want to get around them, or what?
I'm hunting Lune.
Okay, so like
Yeah. I'm
you
still.
could completely disregard the guard guys.
Yeah, if I was planning on dealing with them when I got done with
Gotcha.
business.
Perfect. Because like with that crew, you lead the charge. There's no other voice really to, unless it's going to go against what an NPC inherently would do, which I don't think you will. You're fine. You run that ship. And then the other crew, you're heading over to the bookshop next.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then hopefully next session will end day 2. Here, I thought this would be done in like 5 sessions. It's like,
Yeah.
no, more like 15.
I told you that was optimistic.
I know.
Remember, each part of the day is, just think of that as at least one session.
Ugh, then I need to cut these days down.
Well, I mean, from the sounds of it, we might have a free day.
Yeah, I was gonna
Day
say,
after.
I'm like working through my list of people I have to deal with.
So it's like if we have a free day, then then there's really nothing for you to DM that day.
That's fair. That's fair. The problem is I've planned out a bunch of stuff that
Mm-hmm.
will run if you don't interact,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. So I guess I'll leave you guys with one last thing, because I'm going to try to do this whole week. Not that you guys need hints and stuff, but I think it's fun for me to quickly tell you things that happen. we're gonna flash to Lune. Lune is in a dark room. She is chained to a chair. Necros is gonna walk behind her, put his hands directly on her head, and he's just gonna whisper into her ear, "May madness be upon you," and she's just gonna scream as like her eyes start to like kind of roll back into her head.
Lovely.
And yeah, her screams will be echoing. Yeah.
When you start to feel bad for a villain.
Mm-hmm. Necros timeline, day 2. Find Lune, twist her sanity. Yep. That was planned regardless what happened.
After this is all said and done, I'd love to see what else you had in
Yeah,
store
yeah.
for Zalthea.
I was telling Zom that I was gonna tweak this, and then I thought, no, I'm gonna keep this as is to see how you guys can change it. Because if I just keep adapting, it'll just make it harder and harder and harder for you guys. But if you guys win, I want you to win. So I'm curious to see how your guys' plans work against what I had planned before I knew what you guys were gonna do. So that's how I'm playing this now. I'm not gonna twist it unless I have to. So yeah. Yeah, because like I already teased a few of Zalthea's things, but I didn't want to tease everything because that gives away too much.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, every time slot, I've got something I can tell you guys about. Lune's timeline. Receive Necros' gift. Her sanity gets worse.
It's fine. I'm set her
Well, the funny thing is Necros' day 2 afternoon is find Zalthea, so this will be interesting.
Joke's on him.
Definitely encourage the acid pool.
Yeah. Fun times.
Mage hand, defend the head.
Mage hand, talk like you are Zalthea.
We should probably let Billy go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, we're done.
better
We're done.
go.
We're done. We're
I
done.
can hear it being dished up, so I better go.
I will
Okay.
see you tomorrow.
Yes,
Right.
tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, so the reason I don't mind telling you guys that one is because I have to change that one anyway. Like, that one can't happen because she is dead.
Very much so.
Yeah, so that one has to be twisted, so that's fine. Oh, yeah, I do. Although, Bizarre, I really do hope that you guys can get onto Lune's trail, because her next set of shit can get crazy. So yeah, I am rooting for you guys.
That was kind of why when you were like, "You gonna deal with the guys at the gate?" I was like, "No, I've got to kill her first. I can't.
Yeah.
I've got a timeline. I know I have to meet all my deadlines, and then I'll kill those guys."
They are lions, and they will be dead.
I've come to the conclusion that I am done dealing with them every time I have to leave the goddamn city.
Well, yeah, they recognize you too, so they got you on the radar. Not that they can probably deal with you, but
I was gonna say,
they don't know that.
They can be vaporized.
Yeah. I like how Silvara's timeline, because this is still legit. She's like, try to meet up with Joey Swift Arrow. And then next to it, I have roll for bad choices.
Great. Our fairy is gonna just like end up in terrible circumstances.
Yep.
To anybody
Oh my
still
god, I just thought of
watching,
something
thank
that
you
I
for
don't want to
watching.
seed
Thank
into
you for
your guys'
hanging out
heads
with
because
us
that would be mean.
and keeping us company. But I'm gonna call
Anyway.
it here. As always, stay safe,
DM thoughts.
stay healthy,
It's like I could say this thing, but that would put you down the wrong.
take care of each other. Love y'all. I will see you next time. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, sorry for